Hey everyone, sorry for looking like crap. I've been working on a car all day. Shirt is filthy. But since I wasn't getting anywhere with that, I've changed out the spark plugs. It's running a little bit better, but it sounds like driving it back from Tennessee in its condition, I might have did some additional damage like lifters or something. I still can't get the O2 sensor off, so I've got to take it to a mechanic, which I won't be able to get to until Monday. So I'm home. Anyways, just wanted to provide updates. I know we're going to have comments coming in, and the way we're going to be doing this is, we're gonna see hate come in here, and you're going to have to ask yourself why. I had to remove 2 moderators off this YouTube channel because they didn't get their way, and instead of acting with integrity, they chose to take the low road and drag me into something I had literally nothing to do with. But now that they drug me into it, So we're just going to roll with it. If you guys see hate, you guys are going to have to address it yourselves. I really don't care. I just want to make sure that you guys know that the people that are in here providing that hate, there is a reason why. There is a reason why. The people that are trying to take the focus away from Summer Wells and provide, make this a personal issue, you got to ask yourself why. This channel right now, this broadcast is related to Summer Wells, and anybody that distracts from it, you're part of the problem, not part of the solution. So we're going to kind of get right into it. I promised each of you last night, whenever I was here, that we would bring some video to you. I didn't have an opportunity. I literally, as soon as I got home, Drew, you're going to have to go to my YouTube page, or not my YouTube page, my, holy crap, my Twitter page, and send me your email, because I don't know how to get mods for Twitter yet, but I do know how to mod for YouTube, which is where I need the focus to be primarily. And the only way I can add a mod is by taking your email address and adding you that way and sending you an invite, and you're going to have to accept it. So if you go and private message me through Twitter with your email address, I don't want you putting it on here, obviously. Or you can send me your email to bullhornbetty@gmail.com. I'll be happy to add you as a mod. I don't have time to do that since we are on here. Hi, Angela. It's great to have you. We were just there. You have a beautiful place. I know a lot of people on social media have really given you guys a rotten name, and I really do apologize. Our experience there has been wonderful, warm, welcome. The only problem we had was with one person that traveled from Texas that came specifically to stir up stuff, because he chose to give this hype that we were out there to protest when we were out there to collect information. So it's great to have each of you guys here, and we're really thankful. So I'm kind of going to just dive right into it. Did you try to? Oh, Jacqueline, no, I did not try to do that. Maybe I will do that, but there's a lot of clank, and it sounds like it's a lifter. I think with the engine problems I was having driving it back, I think we kind of did some more internal damage there. I thought it was just the O2 sensor. The O2 sensor wouldn't come out. I think if it would have came out while I was up there and didn't fix the problem, I would have realized I had a more serious problem. Would probably have been too scared to travel, but we'll figure it out, right? I mean, it will get fixed. I walk in faith. So I do believe that, everything happens for a reason. I'm dealing with this for a reason. Not sure what that is yet, but, there's always a silver lining in everything. So anyways, I'm just going to get into some things. Let me get this piped up for you, and then we'll get started. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Saturday. Thanks for being here. We don't have as large of an audience as we did last night, but I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Hold on. I got to take this back out and redo it. Hold on just a second. I don't think I hit the audio. Let me remove this from the stream altogether. Stop screen. There we go. I'm exhausted, folks. I am super, super exhausted. I can tell you that. And I've been out there working on the car for literally I've been working on the car for about 5 hours now. Well, 4 hours, and identified that, there was a spark plug. There was one spark plug that was burnt out. But again, I think it was burnt out from driving all the way back from Tennessee here with whatever car problems I was having. So The engine's fine. Just to forewarn you guys. The engine's fine. I did confirm that the head's not cracked. The head gasket is fine. That was my biggest concern. I know a lifter is probably going to cost some money, but I could definitely hear a clanking of a lifter. There may be another culprit of that. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm not gonna stress over it. I walk in faith. I'm just gonna let things, because I get too stressed out. Like I was stressed out the whole ride home over this nonsense. It's called my car. It's my only car, and I don't have any money to replace it. So it gets a little, but we'll get it. So I will take you guys out there. So if I have any mechanic and want some, I will get on my cell phone, go out there and crank up the car. And if anybody's in here that's a mechanic, please stay closer to the end, because maybe you can help diagnose the problem for me, because I'm telling you, it kind of terrifies me a little bit. I have to be honest. So it looks like everybody's just saying, hey, we got back safely. The car, not so much. It's sick. It's got a cold. We'll say that. I just got a cold. Yeah, but this one, I think it's past the O2 sensor now and I can't get it out. So yes, you're right. Don't stress. I'm not going to stress. We're going to get this back. So, okay. I already got one starting, so I went ahead and blocked them. Yeah, so we'll see. So at any rate, let's just go ahead and get started. We're going to bring you in. I think I am now officially ready to rumble. I'm going to go here. We're just going to give you guys the intro.
By advertising on YouTube, I grow my business by reaching my most important customers, people like Allison.
So we are going to Tennessee because we have been called by many people that follow us, asking us to please get involved in Summer Wells. Summer Wells needs our attention. They need light brought to that case. We have a voice. We bring the voice to the voiceless. People expect us to come out. They're raising money for us to get to places and to help with cases. Summer Wells, we were not originally going to even get involved with, resource reasons as well as safety concerns. The area that we're going apparently has a bad stigma, a bad name. And we've decided to put those safety concerns behind us and go out there to see what we can do to help. The mom knows something. I really believe. Does the father know something? I think he's been deceptive quite a bit, but not to the level that Candace Wells has been deceptive. And we want to get to the bottom of this. We want to ask them some questions if they're willing to talk to us. We'd also like to talk to the grandmother. The grandmother may hold a lot of information as well. And she's one of the people that has not been in the public eye. And we would like to find out what information she may know. Don Wells had indicated in an interview with Brian Enton that, he was asking him how he thought about his wife, her mothering skills, and he looked kind of down, took a long blink and said she's a good mother. And he went on to ask him, what kind of mistakes has she made? And he basically said that the only mistakes that she's ever made was, choosing the wrong friends. And that stuck out to me because it was a statement that he had never stated before. He never said that publicly. And it made me think, was somebody else at that property that day that they have failed to come forward with? It sounds like he is either starting to set up that there was another person at that property, or they believe it's one of these bad friends that she has chosen that may have taken Summer. So I'm very curious about that statement that he made to Brian Enton. It was it had alarm bells ringing when I heard him make it. So I would like to know, was anybody else at that property that day? And if so, who were they? I believe she is in near vicinity to the home unless they have moved her. There was a ravine that they had spoken about, a very deep ravine that she could have possibly wandered into, fell off of. I'm sorry, just the body language from Candace just tells me that something bad has happened to Summer, something bad that she does not want to talk about, and something bad that she feels that if she was caught, she deserves a lot of years in jail. So I'm curious to find out what Candace knows, what her mother knows, and the true story. I want to know, where is Summer Wells? Where is she? And Candace holds the key. So there's several things going on at this property. First, they have dogs. They have multiple dogs. I don't know the specific number of dogs. They had 3 boys there. They had mom there. They had grandmother there. How would somebody in the area there, like you have to walk almost a quarter mile up the driveway to get to the house. How could somebody possibly know where Summer Wells was in that property? How would somebody know where mom and grandma were? How would somebody know where the boys were? How would somebody be able to get past dogs without them barking and making noise? And none of this makes sense. These are details. These are major details that need to be answered as to how somebody could sneak on that property, go past dogs, go past brothers, go past mom, go past grandma, and know exactly to the place where Summer Wells was playing or hiding, or where she was, where her body was, where she was, because it was told to us that she was playing in the basement. How would anybody know she was in the basement? None of this makes sense. These are the fine details. These details matter, and nobody has answered these questions yet. And I'd like to find out, primarily, how did somebody get past the dogs? I don't know at the time. I'll have to go back and review it, but they did say they heard a scream. They heard a scream from, it sounded like a young child that they heard scream. Again, we don't know. I know that the date and time was indicated, but we personally don't have that at this moment, the date and time. If it was done during the day when Don Wells was at work, there is no way Don Wells had a hand in the disappearance of his daughter. However, I do believe he now is coming to the realization at this point in time that his wife knows a lot more than she's saying she knows. I believe he now knows that. I believe that's where his deception is coming from, is the fact that he knows she may have already confided in him and he's doing damage control as much as possible. If you notice, Don Wells is kind of taking over the conversation. Candace Wells is taking a back seat. When Brian Hinton interviewed Don Wells, Candace Wells was nowhere to be found. She does not want to speak to anybody. She knows something. They put Don Wells out there because his hands are clean. He wasn't even there. He is innocent, at least of this crime. I've heard some pretty ugly, rotten things that have been said about him. Also, after reviewing how to get down to the basement, it was creepy. It just gave me chills and made the hair stand up on the back of my neck, because they had almost like an island that obscured these stairwells. So if you were sitting in their living room, you would never even know stairs were there. And you got to kind of crunch yourself in this cubby area and then go down these stairs. And once you're down there, it's just creepy. It is creepy. It's got a bed there. It just seemed like something unsavory was going on in that area. And I'll leave it at that. All right, folks, let me stop this here and get back on this one here. So that was one of the videos that we did. Let me get that out. Sorry. I wish I could get these things stopped, but they're not. So I'm sorry you're hearing that in the background. That was just one of the videos. We're going to go to another one here in just a little bit. But and this is just going to be a smaller one. Again, you're going to see advertisements. There's nothing I can do. This is Chronicle of Olivia's page. And as many of you know, she is part of our team. We're all collectively independent. And then we get together and we form this amazing team. And so far, we had 2 other people that chose to go, off the reservation. So they're no longer on the team. And that's their integrity. And I'm going to let them bury themselves with that, because the work that we did is going to be amazing and it's going to send you guys a lot of clarity. So we were out there. I'm just going to go into just another little intro, and then we'll get back to some more information. So let's go on to the next one.
This is Summer Wells' home, a 5-year-old girl who went missing about 6 months ago on June 15th, 2021. Her parents were interviewed by Dr. Phil, and they claim that she was abducted. Her home sits on 11.2 acres at the top of this steep hill. From a distance, we could notice that some of Summer's toys were scattered about this hill, along with beer bottles and other trash. An eerie sight. Today we searched for Summer Wells.
Sorry for the technical issues. Hopefully they clear up. If not, we'll just move on.
A 5-year-old girl who went missing about 6 months.
I don't know why this one's giving me problems. Hopefully we won't have these problems. Let me just go to a different one. Sorry, guys. I think we should go to I think this is the one that was.
Get it.
Yep, this is it.
If you ever wanted to know what $21,000 looks like in a single month, this is what.
Yesterday, my friends and I, Molly Golightly, Andra, and Jonathan, spent 11 hours searching for answers for Summer. We talked to law enforcement and locals, and we came across some disturbing information.
I called Kansas. She didn't answer. I tried calling her on Facebook. No answer. She called us back. No shed of tears, no nothing. I said, what's wrong? She goes, she's gone. I said, what do you mean Summer's gone?
Was he crying?
Not one tear.
She would give Candace give Summer drugs and alcohol.
The
The boys too? Everybody.
Earlier today, we were driving by the Wells house when we saw some cars parked outside their driveway. We decided to get out of our car and talk with the people standing outside. Coincidentally enough, we talked to 2 YouTubers that we had heard were talking about us in a negative light on social media the day before. They said it was just a misunderstanding. They were waiting for the so-called PI to arrive. While we were peacefully standing on the road, chatting with those 2 YouTubers, the so-called private investigator started running down the driveway of the Wells. He began to yell profanities and started acting violent and erratic.
I'm Bullhorn Betty.
Nice to meet you.
I heard you were pretty pissed with me last night.
I'm not pissed. I just didn't know what was going on.
We're here. Reached out and asked me.
I tried to message you.
Yeah.
I left a comment.
It wasn't nice, right?
No, I didn't say nothing bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks I got this bad
name.
all work together and share information.
That's exactly what we're
It's about a 5-year-old girl, all petty bullshit set aside.
Right. That's what we're worried about.
Yeah.
We came out and like I said, we've arranged Need a Diver and a bunch of other groups that have came in, and we're working together to clear all these areas out through here.
Mm-hmm.
We've searched and we've cleared. I can't really talk in detail because of everything, but
we do a lot of interviews, and we've interviewed a lot of people close to here, and it was pretty eye-opening and pretty alarming for us. I can honestly tell you that.
It is.
And it's a little terrifying for us, quite frankly.
It is for everybody here.
Our life is going to be very interesting.
Are you working with these guys, these other cars here?
I have no idea who this guy. I just know.
You know anything about a guy named Benjamin Keys?
I have no idea. I don't know if he's here or not.
He is. That's his car.
Who he is?
That's
I do know who he is.
I'm pretty sure it is. Does it have the T? Yep, sure is.
Yeah.
We were down out there. We were actually on the road out there, not even on Ben Hill. We were out on what is that creek? What is that?
Beach Creek, right?
Yeah, Beach Creek. And these dogs over here were just going crazy.
Yeah, these dogs at the end.
Yep, they were just going crazy. And I keep thinking, and I know that this here wasn't all down here, but I'm sorry, guys, I just don't see it. I don't see it. It's such a steep hill.
There's trails. If you've seen any of our content, there's trails that lead from the bottom part. There's trails that lead from all the way up here that you would never know of.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we came up here, and when we came up here and filmed that, the private investigators latched on to us, and we've been working really close.
Have you guys talked to the sheriff's office?
Yes. Yes, we've been in touch with the sheriff's office. We've been in touch with TBI. We've been in touch with Sullivan County, Greene County, Washington County. They work very closely. Well, not with us, but they allow us.
Yeah.
To
Well,
do
we
what
we had an interesting conversation with them yesterday
Good.
about this case.
Yeah, they so the areas that where they've been quite hush hush about everything, we've continued to come out here. We don't know what areas they clear because they don't talk about it. So we clear the areas that we find that would be or that we feel or might be important. The other property owners, this is Jackie Dobbs' property.
Yeah.
We've been trying to get a hold of him. We've also.
I can tell you, if you guys need to get help, getting a hold. I mean, believe it or not, Jonathan, he's a tracker. He gets the job done.
The people we brought in are former law enforcement too from other counties. They have done more. Come here, help me.
Hi, I'm Andra.
This is my wife, Allie.
Nice to meet you, Allie. Hi. That's Olivia. Hi. This is Marissa.
Nice to meet y'all. And look, I don't want any problems.
No, we're not here. We're not here. We're actually not here for a problem. You know what we're here for? We're here for a 5-year-old girl that's missing, and that's I came from Florida. I came all the way from Florida for this. You know what I'm saying? So people just don't come up here from Florida. And I mean, we were 11 hours searching and speaking with law enforcement, going to the city, going through administration, doing a lot of stuff, pulling dispatch. Actually,
we wanted our presence known.
Yeah,
with authorities.
That's
That's
good.
the first thing we did. Yeah, and we told them our intentions.
Yeah,
we never actually went up that road.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
That's fine. If I was misinformed, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't know. I wasn't out here yesterday.
Yeah.
Today I did come out here under the request of the PIs to look at things and make sure that everything's okay.
Yeah.
We explain kind of what we've been doing.
We've just been working with the private investigators, and we've been doing a lot of searches.
We have first to deploy drone. We have Dean Robinson that worked with EchoSearch on our side. We're coming out and doing stuff with.
Really? Who's that?
You came to get that ass whooped. Put one toe on the property, bro. Let me break your fucking face.
All right, say it plugs it in. Perfect. We'll start the car. I need a tap to begin the.
God damn, you're fatter in real life than I thought. Holy shit. You look like a Spartan. Why your hands shaking, bro? You scared? You look scared. You look shook. Hey, bro, you're obstructing the road, man. This is against the law. You got to move the fuck around. Get that bear spray and that taser. Bring your fat ass on here, bitch. I wish you would.
You sure about that?
Bring your motherfucking ass on here, too. One toe. One toe. Why your hands shaking like that, bro? Get a good look. See? You gonna sue me? Why your hands shaking? You are shook. Look at your hand. I ain't got to worry about you.
Are you gonna worry about me?
Nah, I'll break your face too.
Do it.
Step 1 foot out.
No, come.
Yeah, no.
All right, I had a surprise for you.
Yeah,
I got a fucking surprise. Yeah, you pussied out last night. You pussied out last night. Come into my face, please.
Come to your face.
Come right up to me. You just threatened my life. How many times?
I will beat the shit out of you.
All right, I want you to come and beat the shit out of me.
Chin off your face. You come
beat the shit out of me.
Huh? You come on this property, and I will fuck you up. You understand me?
I'm not on the
property. One fucking toe.
All right, let's go. You want a fucking crazy contest? You fucking got one.
What a man you are about it with a woman.
Huh? Oh, you blowhorn Betty?
Yep.
Sure am.
Yeah, that's that balding bitch, ain't it? Propecia. I call you Propecia.
What a pussy.
Yep.
Everybody saw everyone what a huge pussy you are.
And now you're
Exactly. You're a pussy. You're a pussy. And you want to know something? I'm going straight to the police.
After watching this footage, doesn't it make you think Are these man's intentions in the right place? Is he really trying his hardest to find Summer? What is he doing to achieve justice for her?
I want to make sure that this video of this uneducable cretin is given to CPS to make sure that those boys are never returned to that house of horrors on that mountaintop ever again. The people that he has up there are a bunch of liars, thieves, drug addicts, felons. They're disgusting.
We were outside the Wells house with pictures of Summer trying to find her, and people on that property came down and screamed at us and threatened us just for trying to help to find Summer. It's mind-boggling. We were out there trying to find Summer, and people at that property are trying to thwart us and trying to scare us and intimidate us from finding Summer. Unbelievable.
We found out information that people didn't even want to tell the TBI or law enforcement.
We came out here to find a 5-year-old child, their missing 5-year-old child. They've chosen to hang around felons. And I think the reason why Don Reef told us he was going to meet with us and chose not to meet with us is because he knows we know. He knows we know, and we are not ones that ask those soft questions. We ask hard-hitting questions as he's in complete denial that Candace and his mother-in-law have anything to do with the disappearance of his daughter.
4 social media sleuths, as they see themselves with big followings, have come to our region in hopes of uncovering some clues that investigators may have missed.
4 have a combined following of over 2 million people. They say they came here for answers for both themselves and their ample audience.
I mean, it's been 6 months. 6 months. 6 months. And I don't want this girl to be a cold case.
They're at like a stalemate here. It's been 6 months, and they still don't have answers.
So they are here. 4 social media sleuths from around the country traveling here to Hawkins County to keep up awareness. Summer Wells is still missing.
Investigation into what happened to Summer Wells has frustrated not only law enforcement, but people around the world. Next Wednesday marks 6 months since family members reported the 5-year-old girl missing from her Beach Creek community home in Hawkins County, Tennessee. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation and the Hawkins County Sheriff, Ronnie Lawson, have stressed the negative impact of online rumors and misinformation on the search investigation. But 4 social media sleuths, as they see themselves with big followings, have come to our region in hopes of uncovering some clues that investigators may have missed. News Channel 11's Bianca Murray spoke with them.
The 4 have a combined following of over 2 million people. They say they came here for answers for both themselves and their ample audience.
I mean, it's been 6 months. 6 months. 6 months. And I don't want this girl to be a cold case.
They're at like a stalemate here. It's been 6 months, and they still don't have answers.
So they are here. 4 social media sleuths from around the country traveling here to Hawkins County to keep up awareness. Summer Wells is still missing.
Pressure breaks pipes.
They are social media influencers and investigators. Their goal is to make noise and get noticed. They say it brings attention to victims, but criticism to their tactics.
And any leverage I can use, whether I like what's coming out of my mouth, if it's leverage that I can pull people in, I will use it.
It's just creepy.
Olivia Vital has 1.2 million followers on TikTok.
It means that we can reach a large audience and bring exposure and spotlight to these cases. It really is about spotlight and bringing awareness, and with my account I'm able to do that.
They met while each individually covered the Gabby Petito murder investigation that gained national attention.
And the 4 of us came together as a group and put all of our talents and all our resources together, and we became a team. And we decided to come here for Summer Wells.
While in town, they say they met with the sheriff's office and surveyed the Wells property. They deliver any findings back to law enforcement.
This has opened up almost like a niche market for crime solving.
The idea is to keep spreading awareness. A finger touch to their phone starts their sometimes nightly conversations with their hungry for answers audience.
Our mission
who support them.
The footage will speak for itself.
So that's a super chat right there. Someone just donated $10. Thanks.
That $10 little by little adds up to pay for the means to work,
That is not helping.
which is what they say this is.
We're down in Florida. We're over in Utah. We're in Wyoming. We're now in Tennessee. This stuff costs real money. And, this is a full-time job. And the only way we could afford to do something like this is by providing a service to the viewers, providing information that we're getting no place else.
Those viewers trust what they pay for, and the reward for them is hope that Summer's case will be solved.
It gives me purpose, and I just feel like it's my duty to help bring justice to people that don't have a voice anymore.
The four say they gave local law enforcement a heads up before they came to town. They were granted an audience with investigators. This morning, I contacted Sheriff Ronnie Lawson and asked for an interview, but was denied. In Hawkins County, Bianca Marais, News Channel 11.
Well, investigators are continuing to ask for credible tips, and you can phone those in to the TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND. A reward fund has now grown to nearly $74,000, according to the Churchill Rescue Squad. All that going to the person who helps find Summer. The last contribution was made as recently as November 29th.
So there you have it, folks. That is, a little bit about what we have done. So far we have spoke to many people. We, some of the information that we received and provided law enforcement, we can't even discuss here. They had asked us, not to show the footage, not to, not to provide that to you. People think that this is, games. This is for clout. This is for click. This is for money. That is not true. We do a real service, and not just to the community, but for law enforcement. And some of that stuff is very sensitive, and we understand that. And so our goal is to help. Our goal is to help find Summer. So we're not going to tank a case for ratings, for clouts, for likes, for clicks. Because at the end of the day, it is about bringing justice to somebody either missing or dead. It's very sad because, a lot of people think that, law enforcement are superhumans. They don't make mistakes. They always get it right. That's not the case. For example, when we were down in Pasco County, we were told the immediate area was searched by law enforcement. When we were in front of Colin Knapp's home, he called law on us because we were out there. We were asking him questions like, "Where's Kathleen? Where's Kathleen Moore? What did you do with her?" And he was intimidated and called the cops on us. There's nothing they can do. We're on public domain. We're within our constitutional rights, and we attack and apply pressure in that manner. Well, we decided to go start our own search team, just Jonathan and myself. That was only 2 people. And we looked at a map and we realized that there was a desolate area, a wooded area right directly behind his house. And we were thinking, this guy's not sophisticated. Where could he possibly put a body? And we knew it was behind that house. So we went around to the road and tried to walk into that swamp, and we're unable to get close. But we have video after video up on social media saying, this is the area you need to search. This is the area you need to search. We were told by law enforcement it had been searched. It was not. They found her body in the very area that we told them to search. Chris Naco, the Sheriff Chris Naco in Pasco County came out and said, it takes public working with law enforcement to crack these cases sometimes. That's what he said. His very first was, we don't need people, treading into, investigations, and changed his tune when he was led to the body. So, it really does come down to a public, law enforcement partnership. And many people, especially in the area that we were in Rogersville, many people are on drugs, sell drugs. Not all of them. They're great people there, but it's just like any community. I'm sure everybody lives in the community that we live in currently. Marcia Thompson. Oh my God. Let's get these people out. Yeah. So these are just some people. I just want to say we already got some trolls up in the comments section deflecting from the Summer Wells case because they're deplorable people. They don't want answers for Summer Wells. They don't want answers at all. They want to protect Don Wells and Candace Wells, drug addicts, that have molested. That's another thing. We've got confirmation, which has been handed over to law enforcement. This I will tell you. I won't disclose any names. That not only is Don Wells a pedophile, but also Candace. Candace Wells and Don Wells are both pedophiles. I will say that on the record, that they are both pedophiles. So that information has been turned over to law enforcement. We need to bring them to justice. We need to bring them to justice. If they can't find a way to arrest them for Summer Wells' disappearance and death, then we need them arrested on other crimes that they've committed until they get enough evidence to go after them for this. The idea that somebody, everybody's trying to claim because Molly went on the property, she proved that somebody could climb that mountain. No, she didn't. That mountain is huge, and she was down at the bottom. She was down at the bottom. They're trying to make this huge leap that she proved somebody could come on the property. Yeah, anybody could come on the property at the lower end. I mean, you've seen the videos. Anybody could come, walk right there. Anybody could. I'll give you that. Anybody could do that. It's getting up the mountain, getting through dogs, getting through 3 boys, knowing the very specific place Summer Wells was when you have no clue to snatch her, right? We also found out through fact finding and through eyewitness testimony. That means this is not hearsay. That downstairs basement where those kids live. Now, not only did Summer live in that area, all the kids lived in that area. So she was sleeping with the brothers. They had all the kids down there in that dungeon. That dungeon door always stays locked, and there's always a couch in front of it. Always. So that means whoever set up this, hocus pocus claim that somebody came in through that dungeon door to snatch Summer, moved that couch to stage the scene, because that door is always locked and there's always a couch in front of it. There is no way a 5-year-old girl could have moved that couch and unlocked that door. The door was not broken. No glass was broken out of it. So the idea that the intruder that was snatching her moved that couch and unlocked that door does not exist. There is no way to get up that mountain without going over a creek. And you still have to have some rock climbing gear to get up that mountain. The only plausible way up that mountain is through the road, that driveway. So this idea that she was abducted is ludicrous. Now we move on to the idea that she was sold. She was sold for sex. I don't believe that was the case, because revelations have, you guys remember her going to the water hole. Everybody knows that she went under the water. The boy that was with Candace, the young boy that was with Candace that she gave alcohol to, I don't know what transpired, but I can tell you that young man has never been right since. We talked to his mother, his grandmother, and his great-grandmother. We have them on record. We will not be revealing their faces. We will be revealing some of their comments. We got to wait until we get approval from law enforcement to do so. But that kid has been forever changed. I hope law enforcement, that the family is not of good means of money. And I hope law enforcement is able to at least provide him somebody that can help him get some stuff off his chest. We went through social media. It appeared, and Candace and her mother went over to his house the day after police questioned him and most likely threatened him. When you have a missing 5-year-old child, why are you over at his house asking him what he said to law enforcement? Doesn't make sense, does it? You'd think that she'd be out worried about her missing 5-year-old child, not what somebody says about her. That's just me. From eyewitness testimony, Candace didn't even cry for Summer Wells. When she called people, she said she was gone. Since then, Summer Wells and Don Wells have never really partaked in any kind of searching for Summer Wells. All they have done is visuals. I've been doing this for a little minute, and visuals we go to, and it's usually for dead people, not ones that are alive. When I spoke with Don Wells on the phone, which I did record it, we have 2 phone interviews with Don Wells. We were trying to meet him in person, and he chose not to meet with us because he got a little taste of the questions we were asking him on the phone, and obviously got scared. He knows we know. He knows we know. So I don't know what else to say. Just like Colin Knapp knew we knew. He was scared. He was terrified. So Don Wells on the phone was telling me that he has never, because he kept yelling at me that I'm not listening, that I don't get it, that I don't understand. His child was taken. And I said, okay, well then show me how she would have been abducted. I have a map right in front of me, Don. Let me meet with you so you can show me how she could have been abducted. How? Which route? Which route? How would they have gotten through the dogs? At the time, they had 21 dogs on the top of that mountain. People don't tell you that. 21. I'm sure mostly puppies, but still, that's a lot of dogs. Sweet Dreams, I know they've showed the routes, but we were there in person. I wanted him to show it to me in person because that mountain is really high. It looks a lot different in even our videos does not give you the context of how steep those mountains are until you're there in person. It just doesn't. It really doesn't. So that mountain is unsafe for children. It has when you have young children, I would say that you should have a gate on there. There is parts of that just falls flick straight. Could she have fallen and broke her neck? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I have a gut feeling that she had a second drowning. So she was out at that water. I don't know how severe it was. Did they have to give her CPR? And when she spit out the water, they thought she was fine? Because she wasn't. She wasn't. But I don't think she was only underwater 15 or 20 seconds. I think the photo that we saw with her put up to the milk cartons, I think she was dead in that photo, as many people do, because they're all around her fingertips. Now, mind you, she was in water all day long. She wouldn't have had any mud or any dirt on her fingers. And there is purpling around the Q-tips of her fingers, if you guys need to go back and look at that. I also behoove each and every one of you to go to your kitchen and grab milk. Grab milk. And I want you to take that jug of milk and put it up to your skin and see how long you can keep it there before it starts burning your skin from the cold. Go do it. I challenge everybody to go do it. An eyewitness told us that every time she sees Candace and Summer, no matter whether Summer's sleeping in the back seat or not, she always goes back there. Summer always wakes up to give her a hug. This particular day, Candace refused to even roll down the window. I said, has she ever done that before? They said, never. Never. So we also have hearsay information that someone saw a text message on a burner phone that's no longer in Candace's possession. Would like to know what that number was and where that phone went, that said the job is done. Again, hearsay. I bring the truth. I'm not going to sit there and sugarcoat information. I want you guys to have factual information. Could that be true? Absolutely. Do I have information that that's fact? I don't. Unfortunately, I don't. I wish I did. But if we have the number, I'm pretty sure that people think that these burner phones cops can't track. They can track with a number. They can track with the MIE number. They just can't track who it belongs to. But if somebody can confirm that that's Candace's number with the phone number, they look up the phone number, they get the pings. There's ways to go around untraceable, or what people call burner phones. There's ways to get around it. So law enforcement, if they haven't looked at that, will be looking at that. Then the bombshell of bombshells, in my opinion. I want you guys to listen to this. I'm going to be bringing you guys up to this thing. So one of the agreements that I had with Don Wells, let me mute this real quick. Let me stop it. Hold on. One of the agreements that I had with Don Wells was that he told me that in order for him to meet with me for this this meeting I was going to have with him, he wanted me to go and watch this Unlocking Bible Prophecies 2.0. And I want you to, I'm going to put this on. And this is the bombshell of all bombshells, okay? I don't know why. Of all things, he sent me to this. This creeped me out the most. This is what was the nail on the head. This was the nail on the head. And another thing that he said, which again is all recorded. We record everything. So we don't do anything without 4 or 5 recorders on us at all times. And it's primarily because of a certain, like, just like Benny Keys trying to say Molly Golightly stole toys out of that shed of Candace's, which was creepy in and of itself. He tried to say that they boxed up Candace's toys and put them out in this dilapidated shed, which is off the mountain. Why would you pack up? Your daughter's missing. Why would you be packing up her toys and putting them out of the house? That's what Benny said. To me, that's pretty sick. People I've met that lost children have never changed the room. If their child went missing and the bed was unmade, they never even made the bed. They left that room exactly the way it was when that child went missing or was killed. They can't even walk into it. And this woman walked into it and packed up toys and moved them out to the shed. We also found out she never wanted girls. She was supposed to be giving Summer up to her mother, and Don refused her to do that, demanded that she not do that. Candace Well already has a whole set of children up in Wisconsin that were also taken away from her. So the idea that these parents are innocent and did nothing wrong is disgusting. And anybody who says that is disgusting, because even if they didn't have a hand in the death of their child and the disappearance of her child, it was their lifestyle that caused this situation to begin with. Their lifestyle. But I believe they did have a hand in it. But if we wanted to play devil's advocate, right? No matter how you look at it, they are responsible, 100% responsible for this child's disappearance and this child's death. Don acknowledged that his daughter is dead on the phone with me. When I asked him, let's go help find Summer. Let me help you find Summer. He tells me there's so much evil in this world. He knows she's gone. And wants to start talking about the murders and other unsavory things going on in North Korea. I'm not trying to talk about the unsavory things going in North Korea, Don. I'm talking about trying to find your child. Misfit, it's rolling down at the bottom of the screen. Of not even the word. I'm kind of glad I didn't see him because, you know, I am a child advocate. They wouldn't have had to worry about arresting me for trespassing because I stay on the road. I follow all laws. I do not put myself in a position that there could be even a scintilla of impropriety or possibility that I have committed a crime. I've learned that a long time ago. You know, with the recordings, I still don't, I still wouldn't put myself in jeopardy. So I don't ever worry about a thing. But I think if he would have been in front of my face, I probably would over that counter if he lied to me. Because I'm telling you, I had a laundry list of questions that I was going to ask him, and none of which were asked from other reporters because they want to be kind. They want to have ethics. I'm not here for ethical news reporting. I'm here to find people. I'm here to find murderers. I'm here to find bodies. That's what I'm here to do. And in that advertisement, that was incorrect because with Jonathan's 2 million followers on Facebook, Tranquil Waters, my account on Facebook with under 2 million followers, my 63,000 followers on TikTok, my ever growing, which I only started this YouTube page less than a few weeks ago, has already grown to almost 3,000 subscribers. And so we have well over 5 to 6 million viewers, 5 to 6 million viewers, folks, that we've amassed in a very short amount of time. And the reason why we amass them and the reason why that's important is because when we have these cases, we need to bring it to you guys because the media doesn't tell you everything. We do. All right, so I promised you I was going to give you a chilling video that Don Wells asked me to watch in order to meet him. So I just want to make sure that Don Wells knows that I kept up my end of the bargain. He didn't keep up his end of the bargain, but what do I expect from a criminal? So here you go, folks. This doesn't send you chills. I kind of think that I want you guys to listen to the subliminal message.
There is much curiosity about the topics of judgment, hell, and the millennium. Would you be shocked to know that most Christians' concept of hell originated in Greek mythology and has nothing to do with the teaching of the Bible? For every Bible truth, Satan has his counterfeit. I am so excited about how many of you are active in the chat. In fact, right now, why don't you share with us how many episodes of Unlocking Bible Prophecies you have watched? Tonight is number 9. So put a number in the chat and let us know. Our live online Bible instructors have given me wonderful reports of the excellent questions you have been asking. I am so encouraged by all of you who have joined our online Bible school. If you would like to click below, also remember, you can watch all previous presentations at awr.org/Bible. Let's pray together and get right into the desolation. Heavenly Father, King of the universe, King of our hearts, Lord, empty me of self, fill me with your Holy Spirit. We just adore you, Lord, and we want to know your word. And we know that you adore us because of the sacrifice of your
So guys, here is where it's about to start. This is the part I need you to pay attention to. This is the story I want you to hear. It's going to freak you out. It's going to blow your mind.
Let me tell you about Tisa Lavo. My film crew and I traveled to the dangerous red zones of Madagascar to document Tisa Lavo's shocking life. And if you like, you can watch the full story on awr.org. Tisa Lavo had lived a terrible life of unspeakable crimes, murdering more than 10 people. He took refuge hiding in the forest like an animal. His family had rejected him, and he had nowhere to go. Like the prodigal son, he decided there was nothing to lose and ventured out of the forest and found a Seventh-day Adventist church. An elder there assured him that he was always welcome and promised to pray for him. Now, for fear of being caught by the police, Tisa Lavo ran back into the forest, but this time he took a small radio with him. This was his only connection to the outside world, and he listened eagerly. He tuned the channel to Adventist World Radio and found a hope like he'd never known before. The words stirred his soul, and he began to fall in love with God, who would forgive a sinner like him. Excited about his new friend Jesus, T. Salavo began inviting other criminals that were also hiding out in the woods to listen with him. Convinced of their salvation through Christ, T. Salavo and 15 other criminals walked out of the forest seeking baptism into the Adventist Church. Today, T. Salavo lives a free life in Jesus. He was a murderer and a criminal, but today he leads others to know Bible truth. He's experienced the total transformation of God's Word.
So, Marissa, what do you think about that?
Well, I was there when you showed it to us. Can you fix the format? You see the little boxes underneath? Do the layout? She's learning, guys. She's learning. No. Show us. Yeah, there you go. You want the bullhorn Betty in the back? You looking smooth. The car's good, or are we working on that today?
Well, I did find out one of the spark plugs were, that's what got us when we got home. It was like really bad. And I got a mechanic down the road. I'm going to have him look at it. At this point, I'm just freaking out. I think because we drove it all the way back from Tennessee, we may have screwed up one of the lifters. We'll find out. Now it's time to take it to somebody that knows what the hell they're doing, because I still can't get that O2 sensor.
But you want to know something? God was with us.
Yep.
Protecting us. And I have to say that I made it home. I just walked through the door less than an hour ago.
Yeah. Well, I came in here. I mean, I got grease all over my shirt. Like,
I got to take a shower and burn these clothes forever. I came home to a very happy dog, but a very sad child.
Yeah.
My son got bullied again in school yesterday. They were waiting for him, and cops are now involved because it's all on video. But he didn't get, beat up or anything, because there's so much violence going on now in these schools. And what they're doing, Andrea, you won't believe this. And one day, I think that we should address this, because I was just actually speaking to the officer in charge of this at the officer's school, and says, these kids are using TikTok to record fights and make it trend.
Yeah.
And when I talked to the officer said, because I said, listen, I'm going over there with or without you. I go, my husband's flipping out. I'm flipping out. I go, I'm not in a good mood right now. You don't want it. And he goes, I get it. He goes, listen, they're like, we know about this kid. So like, his mother doesn't want to be a mother. And I'm like, all right. They go, trust me, we are working on this. And I'm like, you are? And he was like, yes. And then guess what happens? I'm like, Princess, can you bring me to the emergency room? We brought Princess to the emergency room for the 4th time. So I think I need to get the greatest shower of my life. I did a lot of thinking on that plane. And Betty, I'm not going to call you Betty. I'm going to call you Andrew. I know I can't call you Betty. You're not a Betty to me. You're cute and everything. And by the way, you were actually born 2 days after my husband was born.
Oh, wow.
Same year? Yeah. 2 days you were born after my husband.
So September 19th?
He's the 15th.
Oh, so it's before. It's actually 2 days before, not after. Oh, you told me I was born after. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Lots of stuff going on. Not just
I haven't slept.
It's not right there.
I haven't slept. I've been in Charlotte, Dallas, and I'm still getting harassing messages. I just forwarded it to you from
is that you?
The Ragamuffin. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, he was not a nice guy, was he? Actually, let me do this. Let me ask you, how did you, people are hearing we all had different, even though we're all together, we all have different brains. We're all different people. We have different perspectives. Tell me what your perspective was on this whole trip that we did. We covered a lot of ground. People don't realize we were out there working. We weren't sitting up there smoking pot and giggling with a woman that says she cares about her 5-year-old daughter missing and hasn't done a damn thing or lifted a damn finger to go out and find her.
What do I think? Andrew, was that the question? Like, what do I think? Yeah. I think that what we did for 2 days worth, I mean, we were up, crack of dawn. We were up and out, dressed, all 4 of us, jumped up like that. We did as much as we could in the short time that we had. Some people want to say that we have accomplished nothing. We did nothing. These are all lies. Hey, Jacob, can you grab my phone, please? Real quick. We need to prove something on your panel right now.
Yeah.
We're going to prove something. I'm actually going to call that reporter guy, Chad.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to ask him about how much we were paid, but my phone is upstairs. Thank you, baby Jake.
Oh, yeah. Right. That brings me to another thing. I got, last night, as you know, while you were on the plane, because you came into my chat and said hi and everything like that. But I found out that, it's a shame, people, I was explaining to people, we had a team. Our team consisted of about 6 people. 2 people kind of went off the reservation. And I started getting people were blowing up my comments saying that White Boy Lockdown was talking about all of us in such a negative light. First and foremost, I would like to know what I did. But secondly, even the situation at hand, like we had no internet up there. Did you have a phone in your room? An actual hotel phone in your room? You did?
Yes, and we did not have a pool or an elevator in our hotel.
Okay, we didn't have a phone in our room. We had no hotel phone in our room. If we needed something from guest services, we literally had to walk down. Like we needed towels and stuff. We had no room phone.
Okay, so people were believing that we only did this so that we could be on the news and that we were paid. And this is all set up and that we actually played you guys.
Yeah.
And I have to say.
But this guy has been standing next to us for a long while. And because we couldn't get back to him and feed him information when he demanded the information, he decided to attack us and lie about us. Throw our integrity, throw his own integrity out the window, cause major damage to himself. Like, when people start seeing the stuff that comes out and realizes it's all, everything he said is untrue, people are going to discredit him. Like, I don't understand why he would do damage to himself. They seemed like nice people. It was a bad combination of stuff because of the situation. We've never dealt with this situation in any of the cases we've worked before, and we've always included them. And it was like, there were certain elements they didn't understand. One primary one was no internet. Even the hotel internet wouldn't work.
Thank you, baby. All right, I'm going to call him. Can you just be silent for 1 second so he doesn't hear you? I'll put it like, Jake, don't say anything. I need to set I'm supposed to bring receipts. I have to prove. All right, what is this? All right, his name is Chad. Hold on. Chad. Andrea, Adrian, Candace, Olivia, Kim, Tiffany, Marie, Adrian, Andrea, Tiffany, Marie, Benjamin, Lindsay. All the times that he called me. Look at all the times that he called me. It's absolutely unbelievable. All right, here it is. Okay. Can you hear that?
I don't hear it ringing.
Hey.
Hi, Chad.
Yeah.
This is Marissa Zadinsky. Do you remember me?
Of course.
Oh, okay. So remember when you came to our hotel and you filmed us and everything?
Yeah.
Right. Exactly how much money did you compensate us? None. Oh, okay. Okay, because there's rumors going around that me and my team and my friends, actually I'm not going to say my team, but my friends, only went to go there
for attention from the media, and that we did it for the money, that you guys paid us, and that it's all a big scam. So, okay.
The media doesn't do that. I've done this my whole life, and nobody's ever paid for anything.
Okay. Did you make a donation to us?
No.
No? Okay. So, okay. All right. I just wanted to say that on behalf of all of us, we thank you for clearing that up for me and Andrea. Andrew's with me right now. And
hi, Chad. It was nice meeting you. I just wanted to tell you thank you. We did see the news coverage. I actually just played it on my live, as well as the article written. We do appreciate everything you did. And you are a very good, ethical reporter. And we just appreciate that wholeheartedly.
And of course, we are live. And you know, we're live. We have to cover our bases. And, you know, hey, you record us, we record you. It's all professional. It's good. You were great. And we're going to let you know when we set a date for when we come back.
I appreciate it. You guys take care.
All right. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
You as well.
Bye-bye. Okay. There you go. Just like that. Just like that.
Oh, and then the idea that because I called just to clear up a few other things. I did call White Boy on Wednesday to tell him that our threat level, because we went by the Wells house. It was the day that you went and took pictures of that shed, and they're trying to allege that you stole some toys from that, which we record everything from all different angles. We can prove that she did nothing. The only thing she had in her hand that she came back to the vehicles with was her phone, the same phone she recorded herself on. So that's a lie. The other lie, I think, is that you trespassed. First of all, the homeowner never told you to leave. We have 2 phone call conversations with Don Wells, and not one time did he ever say, Marissa, do not come back on my property. Am I correct?
Correct. But also, we did tell the police. Now, did we ask the police for permission? No. We said we are going up to that house. We're letting you know where we're going. Excuse me, Kathleen. I'm going to tell you this one time. Every comment that you have made in the past 48 hours has been negatively directed at me. This is where it ends. Okay? I love that you're supporting my friends Andrea, and I love that you're supporting Jonathan, and that you definitely don't like me. That's great. But I will not sit here up on panel being verbally attacked by you over and over. And it's only you.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of people. We're verbally attacked by many people. But you have to understand, this is not about our personal feelings or our personal biases. It's about a 5-year-old child here, and it's about what we experienced together.
Can you clear up the rumors that you all peed on the property?
Oh, we didn't pee on their property.
So, just some words.
I'm sorry. I can't clear up the rumors because I did pee on somebody's property, and I'm so sorry. I had to pee. There's nothing out there. There's
but
nothing
if anything,
out there. And I had to
hold myself on camera
for an hour and a half. Like, have you guys ever had to pee so bad that it literally physically hurt?
Kathleen, stop it. Stop it.
It physically hurt. Physically. Like, and I was embarrassed. I had to argue with him. I'm like, just get me to a store. Just get me to a store. And it's like, I was either pissing on myself or I was dropping drawers and taking a squat. And you know what? I chose to drop drawers, and I wouldn't do it. And Molly got me past my fear of somebody seeing my ass.
This was Olivia. Olivia said, I'm going to pull down my pants with you. Let's go. Because you were like, no, this is not the spot.
No.
Someone's going to see me. It's too open. And I went,
and I'm like, screw it.
Let's just do it real quick. And then we felt so good. But the thing is it was amazing because I had those wipes. And I had tissue paper.
She had tissue paper. She had the wipes. We were good to go. And listen, I don't want to pee on anybody's property. And if I could have pissed on somebody's property, I'm telling you, I would have loved to piss on Don Wells' property. But we were further down the road, and I could not hold it one more minute. Like, I'm serious. it was going to come out whether I liked it or not.
Yeah.
I just figured maybe watering trees was better for that kind of.
Bless the property. Actually, I said to Andrew, I was like, we marked on cemetery without DNA. But yeah, that's nothing. How that could be a rumor. Hey, you know what? You got to go. You got to go. We were in the country. They are very far out. Just to go to they can't walk anywhere unless they're going to a neighbor's house. There's just nothing really out there. So anything else you want us to clear up? I'm glad.
Yeah, I do. I want to have this conversation about what happened. This is kind of off topic. I really don't like, this is about Summer Wells, but there were some issues. I begged certain people to please not make this about them and their, egos and stuff like that, to please work with us. And I explained to them I had nothing to do with it. I mean, they are no longer my friends after the stuff I heard, because you don't have one thing that doesn't go your way and then you run people over with a bus without having all the facts and then knowingly lie. Like he went out and just lied as much as he could. He what did Jonathan do to him? And he's basically calling him a guy that sleeps with other guys and says that if he needs to watch what he says or he's going to sue. What did Jonathan do to you? What the hell did I do? What did Olivia do to you? And you, whatever you did, it was one little sentence in a live, and he blew it out of proportion this much that he discredits himself.
Wait, what did I say again?
I'm truly disappointed in their behavior, both of them.
Can you remind me what I said that triggered this bomb?
Oh, so what it was is that when you were in the live and we were trying to deceive people about going to Rogersville, you said something about you called them to give them a plane ticket and they never called you back. And that's what set this spiral of events into motion, because they felt their integrity, like they always come out to help women and this, that, and the other. But you just took a bus and ran over 3 women. So that clearly is not true, because I did nothing to them, nothing at all. And as a matter of fact, actually showed them respect by calling them Wednesday while we were at that steakhouse when I stepped outside to smoke my vape. I called them to give them an update. White boy didn't answer. And quite frankly, I was told to go fuck myself every way but Sunday from Noelle when I was just trying to give her an update.
I didn't believe it when she came back into...
I'm like, what the heck did I do? She just basically told me to go F I don't play that. Like, you don't know me like that to talk to me like that. I did nothing to you, and I'm showing you courtesy and showing you respect. And how dare you have the audacity to talk to me like that? So I blocked her. I was planning on unblocking her after they calmed down. We discussed that. I said, I can't deal with it. We had so much stress on this trip. It was one less thing I could deal with. And so it put a bad taste in my mouth. And then when White Boy called me, it's like, you know what? I don't even want to talk to her husband. Yeah, I'd rather just talk to her when I unblock her, because of some of the comments she made to me.
I was sitting with her. I do remember specifically.
And even when I came back in there, I said, you know what? It doesn't matter. I don't want to affect, like, I'm all about integrity. I said, I really don't want anybody knowing that this event, I said, please act like I didn't tell you. It was just, I was so shocked. My mouth was open when I walked back in that restaurant. And it's like, what did I do to these people? I don't understand what I did. And then I literally last night when people were telling me what he was saying, I literally didn't believe it, because I never thought in a million years that he had, he didn't have any integrity or, in his character, he showed his integrity and character, not mine. And it wasn't a good sight for him. He may be trying to oust us, but in all reality, we've got the footage. We can prove what we did. We have cameras on us at all times. And to throw, I understand if he wanted to have a beef with you, that's one thing. But why would you drag me, Olivia, and Jonathan into this petty argument when we're trying to work on a 5-year-old girl's case that's missing and presumed dead? Why would you take that pissing contest to this? Why? People that distract from this, you have to ask why. It's not about you. It's about a 5-year-old girl. And I begged you, and I even told you, if you wanted to come out and let everybody know you were coming out and tell everybody so we would be in danger and stuff, fine, then do it. I support whatever you choose to do, but this is just my opinion to you, white boy, my request. I got it all on text and everything. I was nothing but courteous to that man. Nothing but courteous to him. Yeah. And you're going to railroad my entire team and flat out lie in the public?
Especially when our emotions were so high. We were stressed out. We were tired. We were thirsty. It was, we were in a place where we were
just ask them about tell the world about the internet. How much internet did we have? How was our internet while we were in Rogersville?
There was no internet, and
we got you to go live one night and our faces were frozen. You could hear our voices, but our faces were frozen. The second night, we could barely get Chad his screenshots for that article to go live. As soon as he got those chats, we went down and we're never able to get back up again. Phone service was bad.
I couldn't believe they were in the car yesterday. And when I landed for the first time in Texas, ping, 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 ping. Now, what the hell?
Yeah.
And everyone's going, you're not going to believe this white boy. And I'm like, wait, what? So I call up and I said, Tiffany was like, you're not going to like this. And I'm like, all right, hold on. I get it to myself. I'm like, and she told me, and I said, no way. So I called you guys up, and I swear, Andrew said, I need to see it for myself. No way.
Yes.
And I could go back to Wednesday when we had dinner at that Cowboy Steakhouse. I was sitting, Jonathan was here, Andrew here. Andrew went out, and then Olivia and her mother. And Olivia's sitting there, and then all of a sudden, everything just flipped. And Andrew came in and said, I've blocked her. I don't want to speak with Noelle. And then Olivia went, what? And I went, what? Like that. Like we were completely shell-shocked. And she was like, the way she just talked to me. And then Olivia said, no, you have to unblock her. No, you have to call her. And you said, no, I will not. And then you told us what you said. And I went, like, we didn't know what to say. So
it was just sad. I mean, what was this all over?
And then
all over because we couldn't get you guys information. Like, seriously, you don't.
I had no idea.
We can't have loose cannons like that in the work we do. And to me, that showed that they are loose cannons, both of them. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to sit there and talk negatively about them. Other than that, I am completely shocked in both of their behaviors. I have integrity. I'm not going to reveal the information because once it's in the vault, it's in the vault, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah,
but I will tell you that I am highly disappointed in their behavior, highly disappointed. And this whole thing about don't even bother apologizing. Trust me, you're not getting an apology from me because I did nothing wrong. That's on you. And quite frankly, at this point, don't even bother calling me for an apology or to apologize to me because I don't care. You don't do that to somebody that's trying to help solve a 5-year-old, get information on a 5-year-old that's gone, that's disappeared, that may not be even alive. And you're going to bring that kind of additional drama to an already tense situation?
Yeah, it was
that was in poor taste. I'm highly disappointed.
It was not good. I was really upset by it. I was so upset, and I think the stress of that whole couple of days I just like kind of burst into tears. I don't know if you knew that, but I went live. I was like, dude, what did I do? I don't understand. How does it go from this to this? Like, whoa, I thought that we decided we were all gonna, I thought that we all decided we were gonna be a family and that we all wanted the same thing and we were gonna do wonderful things.
I mean, it was one miscommunication that happened days previously that snowballed into him going out and flat out lying and completely disrespecting every single person that showed him so much respect. Again, you may have said something that upset him. Okay, so what? What did that have to do with me? What did that have to do with Jonathan? What did that have to do with Olivia? And furthermore, it wasn't that big of a deal to anybody but them. And you know what? I even apologized profusely on your behalf. So the apology was there. Why would you go out and risk your own integrity over this? But you know what? You done did it. So once everything starts rolling out, and as far as the water bottle that you guys say Olivia planted, it's an FBI. Denver FBI has it, and I have the recording from the Northport City Police telling us that. Why in the hell would any of us risk our freedom to plant a water bottle, especially Olivia? She is the most innocent person. I mean, we all have our own backgrounds.
And her mother
But
was
Olivia,
so gracious. I loved it.
I mean, damn, she's like a little sister to me. And you know what? When you start attacking my family, I get upset. We never attacked them. It was a miscommunication. But you chose to attack us. I'm just ashamed. I really am. I'm ashamed and I'm disappointed.
Today, I hope, Andrea, after today, let's just not even mention them.
No, it's done. It's a done deal.
Exactly. For me, done deal. I'm not going to have anything to do with them anymore. He also was insinuating that I was very flirtatious with him, which is very like.
Well, I think it's awfully funny because he went out and said that nothing happened. You were never flirtatious with him, but now that it suits him, now that he wants to oust everybody, he obviously has no problem lying. I mean, he did provide misinformation about the well-being of his wife to a public audience for I'm assuming for emotional support or whatever it was that he was doing. I'm not sure. Again, I'm just highly disappointed in that both of their behavior. I did nothing wrong. I didn't deserve to be treated like that, and shame on them.
Oh, okay. Jonathan is reminding me to get these. He wants to hear these 911 calls, and we.
Oh yes.
So I'm thinking that when we're all rested up, we can go through those. We can we can totally do them on your page because you've got to get.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind going live with you. I don't mind going live with you. You did pay for those recordings. I think in all again, it's all about fairness, and we all have integrity and stuff like that. And you did pay for those. I'd like copies of them to play on my live later date. But I think in all fairness, it should be on yours. And I don't. Yeah.
And okay, I mean that's okay.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with bearing the costs for this trip. So no one's gonna say that I did this for money.
No, because I can tell you, Marissa and her followers and her supporters, it did. I mean, I was only able to raise a little over $200 for this trip. We were out of pocket quite a bit of money. I'm probably going to be out of pocket a little more money. Oh, I'm not even going to think about this. Stay focused, Andrew. Stay focused. Like I'm still freaking out about this.
Don't worry until.
But anyways, I got to tell you that Marissa and her followers literally funded this entire trip. She was able to reimburse us our costs for gas and for our hotel costs. So I mean, kudos to you. I love everybody. We were so gracious to have this opportunity. We do want to go back. This time we want to make sure that when we protest, because we didn't protest this time, nor were we going to. And I kept telling everybody we were going to talk and bring out a strategy, figure out what our strategy was, and execute it. We all teamed, got collectively as a team, made a strategy. We executed it outside of the stuff that happened. Not yesterday, but on Thursday, when things went from a 0 threat to a threat of 10 with a freaking stick in his hand. I just told everybody on Wednesday, oh, it's great. We had no problems, all threats. But then we decided to go back to the Wells house, and they had all these people there, and they were ready to get down and dirty with us. And we were doing nothing wrong but trying to search for a 5-year-old girl. It was despicable behavior. And we will be showcasing it because we want to make sure any of his supporters get dogged. Because how dare you? This is a 5-year-old child that's missing, presumed dead. And you guys want to have this, let's go beat up Molly Golightly. For what? For what? Because you don't like what she says on her live? What the hell? You don't like her attitude? So what? Change the damn channel.
My husband was watching our trip, and he believes that he's like, you and these ladies and Jonathan, of course, have probably set a new bar and a new expectation of what is known to be web sleuths, true crime community on YouTube. I understand now that he explained, he said, Marissa, other people that are going live and doing this and taking money for streaming, and I get what he's saying. He goes, they're just sitting there.
Yes.
Because you're actually doing it. He goes,
we're going out there.
You're a threat to them. You're a threat. And I said, I never looked at it that way. He goes, you probably just have been overwhelmed. He goes, Marissa, he goes, if you guys keep this up and you guys start showing more and more, and do as much as you can, with definitely the intention of doing good is there. I don't like running into these roadblocks. I don't want the childish cattiness. I don't want the ragamuffin Benny, doing this, like that. He's gonna end up getting himself seriously in trouble. And with the other crime channels, there's nothing to be jealous of. Listen, Tiffany built her channel very quickly, but guess what? She was part of the team.
Mm-hmm.
She was, no matter where.
Tiffany! Oh my God, Tiffany! We always have to have. No, not everybody can be out there in the field. We have to have people that we can get a hold of, that we can ask questions to, that is sitting by a computer to feed us information, feed us where we need to go, things of that nature. It's rough out there. We're having cell phone issues and everything like that. But I can tell you, when we call, we're calling for a purpose. Pick up that phone. We have a limited time to call. And I'm telling you, Tiffany picked up that phone each and every time. She spoke to us. She directed us where we needed to go here, where we needed to go there, this, that, the other.
Yep.
She was amazing. And she sat there and talked to us as long as we needed to talk to her, to answer any questions we had, provide us any phone numbers, any people's names so we can look them up and get to their house to ask them questions. It was definitely a great collaboration of many people.
Yeah. And it was nice to see, honestly, it was really nice to see everybody's true strengths really shine. Like, you are like the PR. You really are the PR. You are the voice. You are and she's magical with the editing and description, and it comes out very articulate. You and her are very, very articulate. Jonathan is sticking to the facts. I like that. Now, I'm the one that drove with Jonathan for 2 days. Now, let me tell you something. It got to a point where I felt like we were partners in a cop car. It was a lot of awkward silences, because I'm very talkative.
Right.
Well, he's not. He's not like social.
No, he's not. People think he is. He's not. He'll go take the photos and the videos of the big crowds, and then once he's done with his videography, he goes and sits in the corner by himself.
I love really what he said about, and when he told his little story, it meant so much when he said, I've made mistakes. We've all made mistakes in our life.
Yep.
Do you want to know something? I'm a life coach, and guess what? I've been doing it for a while, and I tell people every day that you wake up, you have a chance to change. And you want to know something? I've been thinking about this stuff with Benny and stuff like that. There's a lot of ways that I could go, but it's very obvious and clear to see that what he's so self-destructive. How could I possibly make his life any worse? Do I want him to get off of YouTube? I don't want him to get off of YouTube, but if only he could put that energy, and that gift of gab into positive things, good things. It's almost like I hate to say it, but it's almost like he's possessed by a demon. Like, there's just a lot of history of him.
But
it's all an act. It's all an act. I was very confrontational. I was ready. I was like, let's go. I am here. I did it with that other flake as well. Let's go. These guys didn't even know anything about Benny, and they didn't know who these two clowns were, the guy and the girl. And they're like shaking hands with them. I'm like, yeah, you were trashing me. And I love that you said immediately, listen, this is about a 5-year-old girl. We didn't come here for this.
Petty bullshit.
That's what you said. And then all of a sudden, Ragamuffin comes. Yeah, very self-loathing, very guy needs help. Listen, I can spot someone that is self-destructive and on a really bad path from a mile away. Listen, he's not my type of people. He can't be trusted. He lies too much, and he's all talk, no action. And that's his ego and his childishness. He's very childish. He's very immature. He's,
my concern is the level of hate he has. Like, he has this enormous level of hate, and I don't know where it comes from, how he possesses it, but it's sad. And I pray for him. I really do. I pray for him. I pray that he, I've heard, I watch his channel because he worries me sometimes, so I keep my eye on him. And I've heard about his father. I'm sorry about that. You didn't deserve to have a life like that. You deserve to be loved just like everybody else. But that doesn't excuse your behavior. You don't. If your dad treated you like that, you should work 10 times harder to make sure you don't become that man. And to me, it seems like you're becoming that man. And I really do hope, like, you were there. You drove all the way from Texas. Why couldn't you just work with us? Why didn't you say, hey, you know what? We're all here. We all traveled a long way. Let's go find Summer. How can I help? I mean, if he would have just came out, but no, he didn't. He wanted to hurt. He wanted to maim. He wanted to do anything he could. And he wasn't even the property owner. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Even if any of us stepped foot on that property and he hit us, he would still have gone to jail. We just dealt with that guy over there in Northport. That guy was found guilty of assault because Jonathan went on his property, knocked on his door, tried to hand him a flyer. 2 days later, he comes out and tries to attack Jonathan. Guess what? That whole property thing people think, oh, you're trusted. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way, guys. The guy went to jail. He was prosecuted. He pled guilty and got a plea deal. He has to write a letter of an apology to Jonathan. He's got to go to anger management. So even if we had stepped on that property and he would have hit Jonathan or hit you, and by the way, people, Jonathan was not shaking. I can't wait until Jonathan's footage is out. You don't see him. Oh, no, he was standing right there with his phone looking that guy's dead in his eye. The only person talking about being shook was Benny. And it was only because he wanted to have people recorded saying, oh, he's shook. He was shaking. None of us were shaking. Before we got there, we almost had a head-on collision.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, because somebody went into our lane. When we almost went off a cliff. I'm telling you, when we got there, that was the least of, we were all absolved of any fear. Like, we had just had the fear of our life right before then. And I always believe things happen for a reason. And I think the reason why we almost got killed is to set us up so we weren't worried when we got there. I didn't even hear that car honking the horn. I was so laser focused on Benny and what he was doing with my phone. And I can guarantee you, you weren't shaking. Olivia wasn't shaking. Mom wasn't shaking. And Jonathan wasn't shaking. The only person acting a fool out there when a 5-year-old was missing was that crazed man from Texas that I never even heard of before this case. Never heard of him, never cared about him, would rather not hear from him, not see him ever again in my entire life. Like, I don't know what his beef is with me. He doesn't even know me. He met me one time and I didn't even say anything, but yes, I'm Betty Bullhorn Betty. Yeah. That's it. That's the only conversation this man has ever had with me. But he somehow hates me. And by the way, Benny, I got plenty of hair. Just for the people that are concerned about me going bald and stuff like that. I mean, I have hair.
You know what? I'll take
a lot of hair.
I got thin in hair. And what I need is, he's telling me how fat I am. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I wanted to joke around and be like, yeah, I know. but I had
You're
really
not fat. You're not fat. You're not as thin as you used to be, but you're not fat.
Here comes the pizzas.
I know you love your carbs, you love your chocolate. I tell you what, she filled us up with pizza and chocolate. I can't hang out with this one too much personally.
Have another beer. Yeah,
I was the only thing I was disappointed in the steakhouse, that I got to tell you, the food was great, but they didn't have real cocktails. Like, I was looking for a Captain and Coke. Like, I needed to unwind. I needed, like, the beer just wasn't, it wasn't what I wanted. It wasn't what I wanted. Like, I wanted the Captain and Coke. I wanted a margarita. I wanted something with a little spunk in it.
By the way, did you, I have a question I'm going to throw out there. Ragamuffin Benny was up there for all of those days. Did he film anything with her? Because a woman contacted me and said that she was the woman in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of things that are being sent to me. And I also got a message from people, a woman that lives in that area that knows that we were there. And she wants to give us some information. And I told her that we were going to be coming back, and people want to get involved.
Mm-hmm.
They want to get involved. And remember when, Macbeth's mom said, when this is all done, then I'll talk.
Yeah.
It's very strange because Andrew was like this, holding her phone. Jonathan was like this, recording. And Olivia goes like this and records. And I was kind of hiding. But Grandma, Mom, and the three generations there, Macbeth was not there. They knew that we were recording. But they still let it out. And they still said so many things. And I listened to it again. I don't know if you listened to yours again.
I have not had a chance to listen to any of my footage.
I listened to that. The one thing I don't want to click on again, and I want it off my phone, was when we went to that lake. I just did not like the lake. Not a fan. I just didn't like the way it made me feel. And then you coming up and saying, I have car trouble. I'm like, wait, what? It was just like a, I don't know. So yeah. With the Macbeth's footage, there's so many things that I want people to see, but I'm also wondering if there's any changing stories with what she said to us and what she said on the interview room. And I find it hard to believe that she's so pissed that she said he didn't say that we were going to be on the internet. We didn't know we were going to be on Facebook. And I'm thinking, what? You don't like Chris McDonough because, wait, you knew he was recording it.
Yeah.
How did you not think? And they were lovely ladies.
Yeah.
They were. I'm a big fan of the grandma. I really liked Grandma.
Mm-hmm.
I did. And
actually, great grandma.
What?
Great grandma. Because it was Allie was mom, and then you had her mom, which is grandma, and then you had the older lady, which is great grandma. It was great grandma.
I'm glad that
Macbeth was a badass, man. She doesn't take no shit.
I loved her.
She's an ass kicker.
Yeah.
I think Molly's a badass. You should meet great grandma. Gigi.
I'm telling you,
your ass.
The stuff that they said and the way they said it was totally different than the interview room. The interview room, it was very kind of boring and very lax. They're just sitting there. It was like a police interrogation, blah, 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 blah. Ours, it was cigarette smoking and that fat bitch and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. But see, that's the craft. That's the gift that people don't understand. This is why people open up to us.
Yeah.
I mean, what did the officer say? You were standing next to the officer. We were talking. Tell the audience what the officer said to you while we were at the sheriff's office, giving them information.
I said, we have it all on videos. He goes, I don't understand. He goes, we go up there. No one wants to talk to us. He goes, you guys come to town and they spilled their hearts out. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I was like,
Because
they were coming up to us.
People know that we're really truly there to help.
They're also following
as soon
it.
as they feel us, they feel our vibe. They know that we're there to truly get answers. We're not law enforcement. We don't care. You know what? I could have been at a place that cooks meth. I don't care. I don't care what illegal activities you're doing. I will be the conduit. I will be the conduit that gets this information to law enforcement so you can feel absolved and quit holding this burden because you're so scared law enforcement's going to come raid your house. I'm not law enforcement. Tell me what I need to know.
Yeah.
Tell me, and people, believe it or not, people were running us down. They were wanting to talk.
Yeah.
People wanted their opportunity to speak what they knew.
I mean,
a few people even told us that no law enforcement even spoke to them. They're right on the other side of the road.
I'll tell you one thing. I think that, well, I'm pretty sure because everyone we talked to, said, oh, yes, I know you, I know you're the one that blah, 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 blah. And I think that I've created some sort of, I'm very easy to talk to. Mm-hmm. Just don't get me talking to Don Walsh for too long. He's, that's why I had to hand it off to Andrew. And Andrew asked the tough questions. It was just weird. It was a very lax setting when we talk to these people. And that's a way we can help. But like the reporter said, it does not matter what, the great-grandmother, the grandmother, say. It all comes down to Hunter, period. And to know that he is not even in that house. They got him away. And she's there with a cigarette and crying. Like, it was a tough situation. I'm sitting there like, oh my God, this would be the most epic video. But I can't find it in my heart to tell them and look them in the eyes and say, listen, I give you my word. I'm not gonna blast. I'm not gonna put it on. I'll respect you. I can't do it. You heard me say it to him. I said, I just can't. But I also said, I don't know about that. And the grandmother goes, can you talk to him? And I go, about what? But there was just snippets comes, and it was so stressful, but it was good. We were pumped. We were going, and it was good. And honestly, someone that filled the holes was that guy Chad.
Yeah,
he's the one that told us that the Seventh-day Adventist Church cut the wells off.
Yeah, they did. A lot of people don't know that, and new information.
And
they chose to do that. And not only that video of Candace falling asleep in church and their kid running around the church, begging for attention during church service, which, people should have their children, under control during church service, in my opinion. But, for whatever, she needed some love. Get some love, girl. You go get yourself some love. Too bad she's no longer going to get that love again. So I think people are coming around. Even, I can tell you, people on the internet know nothing. Out there, people know everything. People know that something happened. What you're hearing on the internet from these internet talking heads that have never even visited the property, never even spoke to a neighbor, never even spoke to any community members. They're hypothetically putting information out that's misinformation. When you get there and boots on the ground, everybody knows everybody's business there. Everybody knows that Candace and her mother are culpable in this disappearance and death of this child. There's no question in anybody's mind there. None. The only question in anybody's mind is Benny and the Wells. They're trying to bring up this speculative event of her being kidnapped that's untrue. For the people that want to say that she was kidnapped, get your butt out there and start beating that pavement. And you tell me when you're done, you feel the same way. Otherwise, shut your trap and go home. Sit down. Sit down.
Everyone wants to criticize. what we were doing and how we did. And I'm like, but we did it. We did it with effort, not knowing what we were gonna get ourselves into. And you want to know something? I really appreciated the exchange of information between the reporter and us. He was like, help me, I'll help you guys.
Yeah.
Because it puts pressure on this. We need to help this because this is a little too much now. And and think about the neighbors, you guys. Think about these neighbors that are flagging us down. They gotta live by these people. They gotta live by these people. Yelling and then knowing how horrible. Let me tell you something. This little girl had nothing.
A dirty, disgusting mattress on a concrete floor. That's where she slept. And these are the people that you're trying to protect, Benny. It's disgusting. I want to know this. How many people have seen Benny go out and do interviews with anybody? You know, speak to anyone besides the Wells? I mean, who has he spoken with? How much information has he gotten? Did he go to City Hall? Did he go and speak to the sheriff to find out, to provide them information? I really would like to know. I mean, I could be wrong. This is a legitimate question. This is not, fun and games, but I have yet, I mean, out of all the sticking up that Benny's done for the Wells, I have never seen him do a search for her. I've never seen him go live at different places. I have never seen him provide one stitch of how cute.
Can you say hi to my sister?
That's your sister?
Well, in work. Come here. Remember when you were like, you can't.
Actually, she's my work wife.
She's my work wife. Exactly. This is Jake, my son.
Hi,
He's
Jake.
such a good boy. And
you can just call me Aunt Betty.
Yeah. So remember when you said that you don't understand how mom can care more about these kids than their own parents?
Yeah.
She's just like me. She does the same thing I do.
Yeah.
What was that?
We go out and investigate. We go out and find. If we got to go hunting in woods and climb up sides of mountains to prove a point, we will.
Show me some face. And my cute little dog. Did you ever meet Violet, Betty?
Yes, I've seen your dog in your hands many a times. I remember one time I'm like, what the hell is that? Oh, it's a dog.
It's a bug. This is my bite. Those dumb dogs, not this girl. So yeah, I'm gonna get her a shirt. I'm gonna get her a dress that says "Find Summer Wells."
Aww.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, anything else that you wanted to address while I'm still here to clear anything up?
No, actually, I was ready to ask you, but I do want to make sure that people start asking Benny's so fixated on the Wells. I want to know what independent information other than statements from the Wells he has ever received, because I have not yet seen him do one search for her. I have not seen him collect, one interview with anybody other than the Wells. I have not seen him do any other independent research on this case to either prove or disprove his theory. We have. So he's not credible in and of himself just by the lack thereof. So I digress. I'm done.
Is that a jewel?
Is that a jewel?
It is.
Yes.
I quit smoking. I will never go back to smoking because I tell you what, I'm telling you, Jonathan was ready to run to the store to buy me a pack of cigarettes when my first week on this.
And I started
case.
And I just started.
I tell you what, I will never go back. And I'm having a hard time with these because these are more expensive than cigarettes.
Husband pulls up and he goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "It's a cigarette." He goes, "Oh, turn it into your mother. Get out of here." Don't
wait now. Don't let it become a habit, because I'm telling you, it's bad. I tell you what, the withdrawals I had, even with this this Jewel, the withdrawals I had were so bad. And that's the only reason why I never cheated, is because I went through those withdrawals so bad that I swore I never wanted to go through anything like that again. I know I'm going to have withdrawals when I start stepping down from these, but I never, ever, ever want to go through that again. Like, and never, ever.
Why don't you go to lollipops?
Well, I'll probably rot my teeth. I love my teeth.
I love my teeth too.
But anyways, we did a lot of work. It was very exhausting. You know, I got the stress. You got the stress of this BS. I got my own stress, you know, coming home and whatnot. We'll see what's going on with that. But I know you probably need some rest. You had a hell of a time getting home. So
stay tuned, you guys.
Yeah. Let me know when you go live and you're ready to take those recordings live. I want to be with you.
We have the 911 calls. We also have, and Tiffany can help us put those up and we can all chat on it. The cards, incident reports. I didn't
put those in order because I think I got them out of order. Put those in order so we can just what I would really like to show is, you know, in these types of domestic cases, which I'm going to call this a domestic case, a domestic violence case, because I truly believe that's what it is. Not necessarily that she, you know, I'm kind of getting away from that she physically murdered her daughter as to her being a negligent mom and something happened to Summer. And the reason why I say that for the folks that are on here is because there was a major behavioral change in somebody that was with them that day. And this behavioral change has lasted. It's not like it was just a one-timer, you know, they're fine and hunky-dory and everything's good to go. This is a behavioral change that has not corrected itself after 6 months. That tells me something very traumatic happened out there at the lake. And I don't know what that is. You know, with the child going underwater, I have to think that that was something more nefarious happened, or you know, that isn't true. You know, I don't think that she only went under for 15 seconds. I think it was a lot more serious than that. I think something really did happen out there. And it was crazy because before we had that interview with them, Marissa was like, I don't feel good about this. I don't feel good about this. She was the only one. She was the only one. And she just said, she goes, I feel it. I feel darkness here. I feel, I can't remember what word you used. I'm like, really? I'm like, you know, it's water. I'd go in this water. She's like, no, it's not that. I wouldn't go in the water, but it's something more. Something more is right here. And, you know, I kind of blew it off. But then when we had that, the interview, you know, that we had, and I heard about that key behavioral change, then I was like, okay, you know, you might be onto something. You might be onto something.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Overwhelmed.
And so it was, that's kind of when I started, you know, changing because I thought she may have beat the child to death, to be honest with you.
Oh my God.
And my thought process changed a bit, but either way, I always knew Candace was the key to this case. I really did. I've never gotten off that because I read the body language on multiple interviews, and I read the body language on Dawn on many more interviews, and I knew that there was something that was not right. There was the body. You don't realize your body. Even when you're talking, your body's communicating whether you realize it or not. And it's involuntary. That means you're not controlling it. Your body is, and it is controlled by your brain. Your brain's a very powerful, powerful thing. And it tells a lot of people a lot of different things without your knowledge. And so I focus on that. And Dawn and Candace both have been very deceptive, their body language alone.
Yeah. And I think that her hiding up there, just her hiding up there.
And grandma knows something because grandma refused. She ran away. As soon as this happened, she got in, like the cops had to tell her, no, you need to come back and you need to keep your ass here. You're not going nowhere. She ran away. Grandma ran away. Does people know that? That doesn't sound like somebody that's innocent. Why in the hell are you running away? Your freaking granddaughter's missing. Anything interesting?
I'm uploading it's going out in 1 minute, our video of us at the church.
The grandmother is now back on the compound.
We didn't
the Dirty Wells property. And she's got to keep her ass there. She's not allowed to leave under federal, I don't know, some kind of federal paperwork. I don't think any of them is allowed to leave the county or the state. So that tells you anything.
Unbelievable. So I mean, today when I was thinking about Summer, I was thinking to myself, this little girl had nothing. She had nothing. In her 5 little years, must have been so tough. In order for a muddy, nasty, gross lake to make her that happy, and her favorite toy was an old abandoned refrigerator. Come on, man. How do we have mothers and stuff like this and saying, hey, Benny, you're great. Hey, Benny, you're great. Hey, you two clowns with the husband and wife team, you guys are great hanging out with them. No, you don't go there and hang out and do drugs with these people. You don't go out there to do updates and YouTube videos. We're supposed to be doing this to help. I'll tell you one thing. Like I said, Bullhorn Betty, that one channel of those 2 clowns that we met, the guy and the girl, they're a one and done.
Yeah.
They keep coming there. This will be their only thing they ever talk about. They'll never have a channel that's grown. Benny's going to get taken down again, and he's going to start a new one, and he's going to chase after the next big thing, whichever's closer for him to drive through, and he needs to concentrate on his life. And maybe I'm hoping, like you said, pray for people like that. I have that in me where I'm just like, you know what? I can't be mad. This person really needs help. I don't know his situation about him and his childhood or the father. I don't know because I never listened to it. But you said that you had. I don't know anything about that. But his behavior is revolting. Mm-hmm. The way that he conducts himself, the way that he shows off. It really speaks so many volumes for anyone.
But he has nothing nice to say and no real information to provide other than, oh, they're innocent. Like and then mock anybody that tries to prove that. But he hasn't even proved that they're innocent. He has not even, it's the tunnel vision. Even when we talked to Don Wells and we said, well, what other theory? Have you looked at any other theory other than she was abducted? He said, no. It's like you weren't home and you haven't gone through any other theory than she was abducted. That's, something happened. And, he's got a much younger wife, 15 years. They're fighting all the time. They've had multiple affairs on each other. God knows who, he kept saying she picks bad friends with somebody else on that mountain. Maybe that would help stifle this theory. We've asked multiple people about this cornbread mafia. Nobody in the whole town has heard about them.
We never even remember I walked around the Wendy's and I said, hey, have you ever seen
everybody? Nobody's heard a dick squat with the cornbread mafia.
I go, have you seen this little girl? And they say, no, that's Summer Wells. Listen, I have the footage. And they all say, no, poor little thing. Saw the Dr. Phil. And they want to talk. We could easily go in 4 different directions, and no one said, no, I don't want to talk. Mm-hmm. No, it's so weird. Well, and I say, hey, what, cornbread mafia? It's like, no.
They look at us like we have 3 heads. Like, seriously? Oh, and I do want to, and I will keep doing this each and every broadcast. Did the people have missing teeth? Were they completely uneducated? Were they shoot first, ask questions later? Were they just heathens out there in this mountain crazed mountain people?
What? Very well behaved, very charming, very nice, very gracious. I was like, the only person that was kind of mean to us really was Benny.
Yeah. That was it.
Don was actually nicer to us than Benny. Now listen,
there you have it, folks. The stuff you're hearing on the internet is untrue. These people are kind people. The people in the mountain aren't crazed mountain people. They don't shoot first and ask questions later. Actually, they come up to you and say, "Hey, how you doing? What are you guys doing out here?" And they just start spilling beans.
Star, if you think that he was a coward now, wait till you see my footage. When I confronted him and I said, I heard the name and I said, wait a second. You're the one that was trashing me last night? Because it's like 7 different people. He's like, oh, and I said, yeah.
I showed the footage. Because I showed Olivia's her mini documentary on that, and she had the whole conversation of you confronting Cam and Allie and saying you were talking stuff about me. And he's like, well, he was very calm, cool, and everybody was cool, calm, cool, and collective, even with that situation, except Benny. When Benny came down, everything hit the fan. There was no need for that.
And no, there was no. I can prove that. We left the property and I got back into the car and I said to Jonathan, go straight to the police. And what I did was I texted all my contacts and I said, I don't know if anybody can get this, but call this police in Hawkins County and tell them that I was just at 110. When we were going on the highway.
Oh yeah, I do. I forgot all about that. That might have been what one of the things White Boy was talking about, and because he said something about text and you put the text up, and I didn't see it because I was with you. Well, you were in the different car, but I was with you. You wouldn't have sent it to me because I had no service like you had no service.
No. I said, whoever's getting this, and then I think he complained and said, don't give out my phone number to anybody, and I'm like, whoa. I was like, okay, I don't think anyone's gonna bother you. It's cool. Like he just, the whole thing with that White Boy thing, that I have to admit, it brought me to tears. I was shocked that they were like that. I wasn't expecting it. It was totally the wrong time. I really thought that we were gonna go further with this. I tried to I wanted to help them with their channels, and I thought I gave them a nice little boost, but from what I was getting feedback from last night, a lot of people said he was, quote, talking in circles, not completing things, and then going on friggin' Doug's channel. Oh my God.
With the pettiness, petty BS that's untrue and can be proven. You know what? Especially with Olivia, the Olivia fine, the Gabby Petito water bottle. It's in the FBI's custody. Just stupid.
Well,
just foolish. Just disappointing. Just truly disappointing. But
what you feel right now is every day for me on YouTube. Everything they say about me, I'm like, what? Like you saw them. She stole something from the Wells property. No, you don't want to touch anything.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, you want to know something? Guess what? I left my pink sneakers there on purpose. I didn't want to take them home.
Yeah.
I did not want to take them home. We were on a grave. Then one of my fucking was cursing me out, saying, how dare you guys go to the grave? Excuse me. Everyone was saying, you got to go check this out.
You have to follow every lead. You guys send us leads all the time about, people that are close to that family. They don't understand. And this is where your fact finding needs to get better, folks, on YouTube, because you don't have the information yet. You're running your trap without all the information. When people reach out to us in direct messages and are feeding us leads and information, we eliminate every one of them. Do you understand that? So if we have, even if it's something goofy, we will eliminate it because we don't want somebody saying, well, you didn't check this out. We check it all out. And then a final thing, somebody reminded me about it. We did, a lot of people don't realize that this is not the only member of Candace's that has disappeared. Right?
No, her sister.
Her sister.
Gross. Yeah.
Would you like to say what has been alleged, what we have found out, or do we want to keep that under wraps?
I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
You say it. You can say it. I don't want to.
No, I'm thinking that, it is still an open investigation, and we do have some evidence related to that case in Wisconsin. Maybe it probably isn't best for us to.
There's a lot of things that we need to kind of.
Yeah, we have to have a meeting and make sure that we are very, we want to be support for law enforcement, even though we do not work with them. They do not feed us intel; we feed them intel.
We just give
and we has to be that way for legal reasons. We can't be considered law enforcement or have anything that jeopardizes their case. And by them not communicating with us and us only communicating with them, it solidifies that relationship. So we have to be very careful. Okay, yeah, you're right. We probably shouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
Hopefully, some of the information we got does help find Candace's sister, which is presumed dead as well.
Yeah.
So we, how many family members do you know that have disappeared? Your family members. I mean, in most people never have one disappearance. Family disappear in their,
No, never.
Yeah. So it's kind of odd to have two people disappear. It's like, we got rid of one. We know how to do it. Now we have two. That can't be found.
That can't be Summer was I hate saying was. Summer is a beautiful little girl, and just there's a lot of things that you kind of know deep down were going on in that house.
Oh, somebody said that JLR already spilled the beans. So,
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. So, it is possible that there is a body in Wisconsin under a driveway under their old house, and it could have been Candace's sister. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. JLR's Jonathan.
Yeah.
He's the guy that you see. Great voice, great, sticks to the facts. I'll tell you one thing, he's definitely very professional.
He is not what you would think from everybody that talks smack about him. He's but like I always said, I like working with people that have turned their life over to God and have a past, because they have to work 100 times, 1,000 times harder than anybody else. And those are the kinds of people that we need on our team, because they have to work so much harder, and they do. They're workhorses.
So many things. I will tell you one thing, Bullhorn Betty. Since we have left, a lot of people have been inboxing me and finding me, saying that they are in Tennessee and they want to help. So, do you want to announce that we do need help, and there is a way that you guys can help us?
So, outside of feeding us information, intel, and leads, we are going to be coming back. And this time, and let me just give you a little backdrop. So in many of our cases, it's somebody's dead or disappeared and their family is looking for them. It's a domestic dispute, but they're a little older. Their family is really pushing for answers. In this case, all the family members, the immediate family members to Summer Wells are persons of interest in this case, and are not trying to push this case forward. They're not seeking answers. I doubt Don Wells has called the police department 2 or 3 times begging for them to find answers. I doubt that highly. And I guarantee Candace has never called once asking what's going on with the progress of this investigation. But mostly you have family pushing cases forward, demanding answers from law enforcement, demanding them to act, demanding this, demanding that. Here we do not have it. It is up to the public to demand justice for Summer Wells. It is up to the public to stand up and speak up. It is up to the public to get their asses out in front of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation for a protest with all of us. We want answers. We want justice for Summer Wells. We're not going to stop until we get that justice. It's time to start pressuring law enforcement to do more, do better, start going back, be more persistent, get something, find probable cause, start going back to alleged crimes that they have probable cause for within the statutes of limitations, start arresting them, start applying the pressure, start doing whatever they need to do to get those wells behind bars so somebody starts singing like a bird. And we are going to be going down to Tennessee Bureau of Investigations. We're going to find out which location. We're going to bring it to you. It's going to be probably the second week or so of January. But we need to start applying pressure to law enforcement. This is going to be our strategy moving forward. In this case, pressuring the family is going to do no good because they just don't give a shit. So now it's time to go up the chain. And I think the best place that we could apply that pressure is at TBI. I think when all of us are out there with our signs and our bullhorns and carrying on and saying they're not doing enough. Now, I want to remind you guys something. First and foremost, it is, and I'm going to call them out, we back the blue. We do. We know the job is hard. But this state has failed Summer Wells. She should have been taken from that home before it ever got to this point. That house was deplorable. There weren't doors on the bathrooms. There was alleged sexual misconduct. There's been times they came in and Candace was so drunk she was passed out and her kids were unattended. She should have been arrested a long time ago. They failed these kids. It took Summer disappearing.
Yeah.
Before they saved the boys.
To save the boys. And remember, a lot of people keep forgetting about these boys.
These boys I got from good accord from a source that they're thriving and do
They
not ever want to
home.
go back to that home.
They don't want to go home.
Meanwhile, Benny's protecting them and giving them kudos and up there smoking dope with them. Sick. Shame on anybody that supports that animal.
Absolutely. Exactly. Giving him money, telling him he's such a good person. Or what kind of person are you?
He's on his things praising to God and turning around and ready to beat the crap out of a woman. That's not a godly man. That's a fucking act. Excuse my language.
He would have been paralyzed. He wouldn't have made it back to Texas.
Are you kidding me? If he pulled that crap, you just might as well jump out of the way because I sure would have ran him over with my car. My broken down beater. I think now I'm like,
I thought you had a beautiful car.
I know. Well, it was a smooth ride up, and I'm telling you, I don't know what happened, and I'm getting alleged. People are sending me text messages that he might have put sugar in my gas tank.
He didn't know where we were. He didn't know where we were because you know what? I had my hats.
Yeah.
In the front seats. I left it unlocked. Everything. I saw out the window.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that that's not the case. I'm hoping something just happened. I think what caused the biggest problem is us driving it back 800 miles while it was damaged.
He lied to his viewers and said that we were in the same hotel and that we were easily found. And what was funny is I read a text message when I woke up because remember I was already up when you came to say goodbye. And he's saying, "Oh, I see you guys already left." I was sitting in bed watching
in the hotel room.
I'm like, he's a failure. Benny Keys is a rapper? No. What? He's a rapper. I know Enchanted Lace. No, he's not a rapper. When the police, remember when the detective said, "Well, what's his YouTube channel?" And I said, "Blood Money." He goes, "Oh, God."
They already knew him. They already had heard about him. Every law enforcement agency from Texas to Tennessee already knew about him.
His lips was like, see, like I don't find him entertaining. I find that laugh is just a moocher. Yeah, he's just a loser, man. And he hangs around loser people. You are who you hang out with. I don't hang out with people like that.
Hell no.
Oh my God. Kidding me? Imagine sitting on their couch or having to use their restroom. And they're going up there like, "Hey, we were just invited to a party."
What upset me and was very disappointing with Cam and Allie, I think, because when I walked up to them, they seemed like normal, semi-decent human beings. I never met them before. Didn't even know their channel. Didn't know who the hell they were. I've never heard of them before. But it was my first time meeting them. But they were very cordial. They were like, we didn't know what was going on. It seems like they're getting sucked into the wrong aspect. And I hope they change course because, at the end of the day, it's their integrity and the truth will come out. And when it does, all the people that have been screaming bloody murder that the Wells are responsible, when the Wells are held accountable, their integrity's in the trash. Their integrity's in the trash. You can't come back from that. You can't come back from that.
Yeah, I don't like a hypocrite. I don't like changing stories. I don't like flip-floppers. I don't like liars. I don't like, no. I
don't mind flip-floppers. I really don't. You know why? Because it tells me that they have seen the error of their ways in some case, and they change course. So, depending on the flip-flopping, which way it goes, it doesn't bother me because people, for example, when we have a strategy, new information may come up that changes our strategy. Does it mean we flip-flopped? No, it means we acquired new information that changed the course of what we were doing. So, I hope that they are flip-floppers on this particular case. I hope they quit looking for a child being abducted and actually start looking for the child.
I almost died, Betty. I was talking about them and I said, and I go, and they're married. I was so young, blah, blah, blah. I go, pray that these two never have children. And it starts going, they have two. I'm like, what? Oh, I went fucking nuts. I was like, really? Really? Oh, hell yeah. Because that video is going to CPS.
Yeah.
Directly to CPS. And I said, I have to work. Now I wonder what you're bringing home to your kids.
Yeah.
Feces, rats, rodents of all kinds, critters, okay? None of them bathing.
They can't clean. I don't care how pretty the inside of that house looks like or how they make it look moving forward. You can't clean the sins out of that house. You can't clean the sins out. There's no bleach for that home. When they move from that mountain, burn it down. Burn it down. That's the only way that's going to get cleanse that house. Burn it down. You felt the evil.
Kiska says, did you get to put out any flyers or did this get away? There were flyers pretty much everywhere.
Oh, that was the one good thing. There were flyers everywhere there. There were so many people there love Summer.
It's a small town.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Would they let them go to the wells and watch your kids? And think of this: hair lice, fleas, ticks. I mean, they don't give. Oh, I hate to say it, like a rat's ass about anything. It's terrible.
Yep.
I feel so bad for those poor children. That's all they knew. They
shaved their daughter's head. The only reason why you shave your daughter's head to the scalp is because she had lice so bad and they were too lazy and didn't want to go pay for lice treatment. They chose to make the poor girl go with a bald head. That's the only explanation for why they shaved that child's head. To the skin, yes. It was a beautiful girl that had hair. Girls don't want a bald head. I can tell you that.
No. That was abusive. She's had beautiful blonde hair. Do you know how much me and Andrew pay to get our hair that blonde?
You know what? It's so expensive for me. I do it myself.
Oh.
Do it at home, baby. Look how big this thing is. That's how much bleach. This will last me probably maybe 2 months. No, I'm just joking. It'll last me about 6 months. But yeah, I my hair is so blonde now. I just do the roots. I haven't done them in a while, as you can see. Oh, with my bald head. My bald head.
Oh, yeah, if you want to, I'm getting bald too. But this is the thing. And I just got my roots done.
I'm like, where the hell did Benny get off saying I'm bald? Are you kidding me? I got friggin' hair.
Look at me.
It's always pulled back. I don't know. I don't know if it's
because I'm over here looking like a cross between Twisted Sister, D. Snyder, and The Exorcist.
I don't know. I mean, I don't even have. Look at that. No bald. Go out of here. Look at this. Propecia. What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, he was wearing. He said, was he wearing? I honestly believe, and I'm not trying to start rumors, but I said it last night. There's no way that you're gonna convince me that Benny didn't.
Oh, boys.
And her hygiene isn't very good, from what
he gave me the heebie-jeebies, and he's talking. That whoever has ever slept with that man, go to the doctor. You're gonna need some antibiotics or something more. Seriously. And he was alleged that he had molested somebody just recently. Benny Keys. He's in there saying he wouldn't touch this girl with somebody else's,
That's
what.
disgusting.
And
Disgusting.
he's deflecting, but I wouldn't put it past him. I mean, he's hanging out with pedophiles. So what makes you think I would put it past him? I don't believe him when he says he didn't do it. He's a felon. He's hanging out with people that are felons. He's doing all kinds of stuff. He's just a bad guy. He's a bad guy. I wish he would use some of that stuff for something else.
I know.
He could have really chose to do good, and he chose not to. And it's all about people's choices in life. It's all about people's choices in life. It wouldn't surprise me if not soon, definitely in the near future, he's probably going to be back into prison. Based on the fact that he can't control his anger. He has no anger control. He can't do it. So it's going to be, and of course you add some drugs and alcohol on top of that. It's not going to be too long before he's probably back into prison. And it's sad because people are supporting this type of behavior, and it makes you wonder why. Why are you supporting somebody acting this crazy? I mean, even those guys, if Cam and Allie wanted to be taken seriously, why did they say, no, we're not doing this here? They could have spoke up. Like the night before when we were on the phone calling Benny in his hotel room. You were ready to get up, put your shoes on, go over there. No, we are not doing that. You had people that said, no, we are not stooping that low. You're not getting in the car. You're not leaving this hotel room. We just need to let him know how good we are. We didn't call around hotel rooms looking for him. No. You know what we have? We have investigators that went through all of his footage, and we actually investigated where he was and found him. Just to show you how good we are, we found you.
And did you see this? He was like, 1 minute. And he's like, they're coming to get me.
But you know what the funny thing is he said on that thing, if I see you talking about JLR, if I see you, I'm going to whip your ass. I'm going to whip your ass. JLR stood right there with his camera out.
I was there.
Stood right there. He's trying to say Jonathan's hands were shaking. Jonathan's hands were about as straight as mine, and he looked him straight in his eyes. Stood right there. He wasn't going to move. He wanted to call that boy out, and guess what? The boy didn't hit him. You know what he did? He backed up, got himself a wood piece. Unarmed people. You have unarmed people here, and you're so scared of us being unarmed that you had to back up, go grab a fire log and put it in your hand because we weren't scared of you, but it looked like you were scared of us because you actually had to go grab a weapon.
For he ran away from me. He said he was gonna beat my ass, and I begged him.
To come out there and do it.
Give it to me.
I don't like you calling people out, but you did. I mean, it wasn't, that wouldn't have been how I handled it, but you called him out, and he wanted to come up. He got face to face. He said, if I see JLR, if I ever see that man, I'm going to crack him. I'm going to hit him. I'm going to whip his ass. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do. Well, Jonathan was right there, and guess what? He didn't do a damn thing.
You know what he did? He ran to the front desk. And guess what the best part was? That when that little game was happening, I'm calling them, and they're recording it. That you should put out.
I can't wait until Jonathan sends it. I looked on here because I would love to play it.
Oh, my God.
If Jonathan
you'll have me saying, I'm going the fuck over there. He predicted everything that he was going to do. He goes, listen, shh. He goes, he's going to Look at his face. He's scared. He's scared right now. We've got the one up on him. Calm down, Marissa. It's okay. He's gonna panic. Look at his face. He's gonna go down.
What? Whoa. BK is in jail now?
What?
Can somebody confirm this? I notice he hasn't gone live today. Can somebody confirm this?
No.
Confirm this. Where? Where is he in jail?
No, I think it was a question. Is he in jail?
It said period, not question mark. Oh, is BK in jail now? Okay, sorry. It is a question.
He's driving home.
Guys, freaked me out. I was hoping.
He's driving like a crackhead. And then this chick, Jen B, is like, oh, let's get you a hotel. She's one of my haters. She was a patron for 1 month, and she didn't get enough attention from me. So she left after a month. Boo-hoo! Boo-hoo! So now she runs to Benny. Listen, all my garbage people, all the trashy people, they go to like the people that are bashing me. And guess what? When they do that, they end up killing that whole channel.
Yeah.
I win all the time.
Well, I kind of find it funny because, Benny's been on here for a really long time. Let me just look at the YouTube channel. Give me just a second. Let me pull it over to my other screen. So he's been on here for, and even though his several accounts.
Why is he crying? Why has he been crying? Everyone's saying that he's crying. Did something happen?
Well, let's hope it did. So he's got 2,890 subscribers to his channel. Now, mind you, he's been on the channel for a while. Yes, he's had channels brought down because, YouTube finds him offensive and he constantly violates community standards. But I've had my channel up here. I've rebranded it because it was only specifically for whenever I was doing political activism. And now that I switched gears, I kind of rebranded the channel. I only had like 100 people. And I started this, the whole channel, building it up just about a week, 2 weeks ago, maybe something like that.
He's crying.
And my channel right now has more subscribers. I'm almost at 3,000 subscribers in just 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks.
That's awesome. Oh, it's going to grow. It's going to grow.
So, I hope that I keep building this channel because we bring this information to you. It is raw. It's unfiltered. Molly and I work together hand in hand on a lot of stuff. We did Brian Laundry. Now the Summer Wells, she does her own thing. I kind of do my own thing in our own communities as well. But we build, I honestly believe that we collectively build a powerful team when we get together, when it's JLR, Olivia, me, and you. Mm-hmm. It is just something that is, that just clicks. It's almost like we know exactly our parts. It's a well-oiled machine.
Yes, it's
we are able to accomplish a lot and cover a lot of ground and really get to the heart of the information, no matter what case we're working on.
So he's crying over Candace. Why don't you ask the chat why he's crying for Candace? Does anybody know?
She had a run in her pantyhose.
He's crying because you were all mean to Candace? Oh, I just got started.
She's a piece of shit mom. You know what? I'm not going to sit here and cry because, like I said, even if she didn't do anything, which I know she did, I believe in my wholeheartedly she did. She is the reason why the child disappeared to begin with. She brought a bad element. She's already had children taken away from her in Wisconsin, and she's got these children. That woman should never breed another child again. They should go in there and rip her women's stuff out by court order. That woman is a despicable, deplorable woman that should never, ever, ever have a child. She is the reason why kids are so effed up in America. It's women like her. It's families like theirs that cause this problem in America and across the world. Be better parents. Love your children. Get off the drugs. Get off the alcohol. Quit smoking that meth pipe.
I came in here today. I was talking to the officer and my son. He said, we know about this kid and blah, blah, blah. He was suspended he was on camera trying to fight Jake. And Jake is like, whoa. And, he's older than Jake. And the cop said, listen, we know this kid and his mother just doesn't want to be a mother. Mm-hmm. And you want to know something? Listen, my husband's pissed off. I'm pissed off. But let me tell you something. He said, he was like, we're going to contact this mother again and let her know that the last thing that we need is confrontation between you and your husband and this woman. Because my husband went off. And I was like that. I was like, oh. And I was like, because I was like, I'm getting ready to grow up. I'm ready fixing to tell you about yourself. Jake, where does this kid live? And the thing is you can't do that. You have to compose yourself. And you have to, listen, we don't live in a world where we can just carelessly do what we want and beat people up. Check your email. Okay.
Yeah, I'm checking my email too.
I only have like 17,000 emails. Please do not call CPS.
Who said that?
Laura told me not to call CPS on that couple.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Well, I'm genuinely concerned about what they're doing to their kids. Bring it home to their kids. Where are their kids if they live in Virginia? I didn't even know about this show. I didn't know who that guy was. He should never even told us who he was, because then I wouldn't have said anything. I never saw any of their videos, but some people, like 7 different people, were saying, "Hey, this channel's bashing you." I didn't even heard of the channel. I never even heard of
I never heard of any of these people. I never even heard of Benny Keys. I spoke to Jay for Justice, which this whole thing has damaged the relationship between me and Jay for Justice, which is pretty sad because she, it's just, I'm sure we'll work through it at some point, but it just really, really rubs me the wrong way that, this case has caused so much damage amongst people, and it all stems back to this jerk, this crazed maniac from Texas. I never even knew who he was. Like, I don't know him. His name never came out of my mouth. Like, why is my name coming out of his mouth? You don't freaking know me. You never met me before in your life.
They're a lovely family.
Nobody tells me who the hell I can hang out with, what the hell I can do. Who do you think you are? Please.
I heard Sheriff said, Benny, do you think it's true? That skank is irrelevant here. We don't even know. They don't listen. We don't talk to those people. We won't associate with. Listen, our focus is not to become friends with Don and Candace. Our focus is to get them to break and cooperate. Break them down.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany knew about him. Of course. Well, she had him on their show. But this is the thing. People are fucking, I don't know if you know this, that they're like bashing us. They're saying, oh, how did you not know this? They were in Moab. They were working on Gabby Petito. I was doing other things. I had a couple of videos this summer, but it was so heavily covered. I wanted to do the ones that weren't getting the attention. Like the Black kids, the Latino kids. How about the kids that were found? How about the girl that went AWOL? Michaela. She came back and we had that crazy PI coming on. Trying to insult what we do. I'm sorry. I was like, I don't know, man. It is what it is. But the thing is we're not in charge of any of this. We're not in charge. I feel Jay deserves an apology for some recent comments. Anyone want to volunteer? It's not going to be from me.
Yeah, because I didn't say anything. Anything I said to Jay for Justice was done in a private chat, and that's between me and her. I didn't bring that out here, nor have I put that up here because I've got integrity. We did have I did misunderstand or misunderstand a post she did make. JLR did bring that to my attention. However, we will get past it. I'm just very upset because, and it wasn't, I don't think she did it intentionally. And I say that wholeheartedly. I don't, but it was a lot of chaos and it's very frustrating. And so I am allowed to have my opportunity because I make my own decisions and nobody makes them for me. to calm down. And if I don't want to hear from her and I choose to make sure I don't have to hear from her, at least for a little while, that's my choice and that's within my rights. And I don't really care who agrees with it and who doesn't. When I get over it, I'll unblock her. Plain and simple.
She's mad at MGL. MLG? Oh, this is not me. Okay. I don't care if she's fucking mad. Let her get fucking mad. Let her make 150 videos. Listen, she sent Jonathan Lee Riches on, on these, assignments to stream so that she could make the freaking money. And when she found out that we had no Wi-Fi, she had to make something. You know what? And I had enough of it. 3 fucking years. 3 years. She's always behind it. Come on, man. You think I'm going to apologize for that? If I ever apologize for that, it would be completely insincere, and I really don't mean it.
Yeah, I just want to put this on the record. So one of my commenters says, Jay for Justice started talking to Cam and Allie and thought they were truthful and had facts since they are local, but they fooled everybody. They know nothing. Hold on. And have done nothing. So if Jay is for Justice is going to be doing that, I have to work with people with integrity, and you're reaching out to me for stuff and I'm happy to help. But, when I feel like I could be stabbed in the back by you and, that's kind of where Jonathan says hi, he's friends with her. I trust Jonathan with everything. I really do.
Let's have a video again.
Huh?
Look, can we take a look at the video again?
You want to see Olivia's video?
I do.
It's really good. Yeah, I think we can. We'll run it again. You're gonna have to have a small because it's on YouTube, so you know how it goes. You have to listen to a small little advertisement, but it is really. I'm on the wrong account. Hold on a second. It is really good. So let me find it real quick.
Hi, Cork. Your name made it on the news. Cork is one of our supporters. She has been helping our Heels on the Ground.
Oh, good. I really appreciate it. Yep.
She's wonderful.
Okay, let's go to
Olivia.
Olivia is she's just a digital mastermind. I love her. I really do.
Oh, it's everybody's favorite janitor.
Yeah.
Am I a janitor? Oh, let's just print out some more. Okay.
My friends and I, Molly go late.
Let me just go back. There we go.
Yesterday, my friends and I, Molly Golightly, Andra, and Jonathan, spent 11 hours searching for answers for Summer. We talked to law enforcement and locals, and we came across some disturbing information.
I called Kim. She didn't answer. I tried calling her on Facebook. No answer. She called us back. No shed of tears, no nothing. I said, what's wrong? She goes, she's gone. I said, what do you mean Summer's gone?
Is he crying?
Not one tear.
She would give Summer drugs and alcohol. The boys too? Everybody.
Earlier today, we were driving by the Wells house when we saw some cars parked outside their driveway. We decided to get out of our car and talk with the people standing outside. Coincidentally enough, we talked to 2 YouTubers that we had heard were talking about us in a negative light on social media the day before. They said it was just a misunderstanding. They were waiting for the so-called PI to arrive. While we were peacefully standing on the road, chatting with those 2 YouTubers, the so-called private investigator started running down the driveway of the Wells. He began to yell profanities and started acting violent and erratic.
I'm Bullhorn Betty.
Nice to meet you.
I heard you were pretty pissed at me last night.
I'm not pissed. I just didn't know what was going on.
We're here. Reached out and asked me.
I tried to message you.
Yeah.
I left a comment.
It wasn't nice, right?
No, I didn't say nothing bad.
Okay. Yeah. Everybody thinks I got this bad name.
Together and share information.
That's exactly what we're.
It's about a 5-year-old girl, all petty bullshit set aside.
Right. That's what we're worried about.
Yeah.
We came out and like I said, we've arranged Need a Diver and a bunch of other groups that have came in and we're working together to clear all these areas out there here.
Mm-hmm.
We've searched and we've cleared. I can't really talk in detail because of everything, but
Well, we do a lot of interviews, and we've interviewed a lot of people close to here, and it was pretty eye opening and pretty alarming for us. I can honestly tell you that.
It is,
and it's a little terrifying for us, quite frankly.
It is for everybody here.
Our life is going to be very interesting.
Are you working with these guys because of cars here?
I have no idea who we try. I just know
You don't even know about a guy named Benjamin Keys, Benny Keys?
I have no idea. I don't know if he's here or not.
He is. That's his car.
He is. I do know who he is.
I'm pretty sure it is. Does it have the T? Yep, sure is.
Yeah.
We were down there. We were actually on the road out there, not even on Ben Hill. We were out on what is that creek? What is that?
Beach Creek. Right?
Yeah, Beach Creek. And these dogs over here were just going crazy.
Yeah, these dogs at the end.
Yeah, they were just going crazy. And I keep thinking, and I know that this here wasn't all down here, but I'm sorry, guys, I just don't see it. I don't see it. It's such a steep.
There's trails. If you've seen any of our content, there's trails that lead from the bottom part. There's trails that lead from all the way up here that you would never know of.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we came up here, and when we came up here and filmed that, the private investigators latched on to us, and we've been working really close.
Have you guys talked to the sheriff's office?
Yes. Yes, we've been in touch with the sheriff's office. We've been in touch with TBI. We've been in touch with Sullivan County, Greene County, Washington County. They work very closely. Well, not with us, but they allow us to do
we had an interesting conversation with them yesterday about this case.
Yeah, they so the areas that where they've been quite hush hush about everything, we've continued to come out here. We don't know what areas they clear because they don't talk about it. So we clear the areas that we find that would be or that we feel might be important.
Mm-hmm.
The other property owners this is Jackie Dobbs' property.
Yeah.
We've been trying to get a hold of him. We've also.
I can tell you, if you guys need to get help, getting a hold. I mean, believe it or not, Jonathan, he's a tracker. He gets the job done.
The people we brought in are former law enforcement too from other counties. They have done more.
Come here and help me.
Hi, I'm Andrea.
This is my wife, Allie.
Nice to meet you, Allie. Hi. That's Olivia.
Mother of the Year.
Nice to meet you. And look, I don't want any problems.
No, we're not here. We're not here. We're actually not here for a problem. You know what we're here for? We're here for a 5-year-old girl that's missing, and that's I came from Florida. I came all the way from Florida for this. You know what I'm saying? So. People just don't come up here from Florida. And I mean, we were 11 hours searching and speaking with law enforcement, going to the city, going through administration, doing a lot of stuff, pulling dispatch, Actually,
we wanted our presence known.
Yeah.
With authorities.
That's
the first thing we did. And we told them our intentions.
Yeah.
We never actually went out that road.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
That's fine. If I was misinformed, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I went out here yesterday.
Yeah.
Today I did come out here under the request of the PIs to look at things and make sure that everything is okay.
Yeah.
We explain kind of what we've been doing.
Are they like decoys?
We have first to the toy drone. We have seen that work
Are
with
they
local search on our side.
I have to wonder, I literally thought the way he was explaining it, that he was there waiting for some sort of search team.
Yeah, that's what that's basically, he said he was there waiting for a PI. I've never seen any other PI come up there. And Don told us that he basically told us that he thought Benny was the PI. So it's all confusing to me. Furthermore, these are people that say they've been out there multiple times to investigate and they're helping and this, that, and the other. But they keep calling the land across the street Jackie Dobbs' property. It's not Jackie Dobbs' property. Jackie Dobbs was living there illegally and got evicted off the property. It belongs to somebody else. So you would think that they'd have this tidbit of, basic information. Then when I think the reason why they thought we were talking about having law enforcement with us, I said I was pulling dispatch. They didn't even understand what I meant by what I was pulling dispatch. I was pulling dispatch calls. We got the records. We went to the city hall. We went to the police station to let them know that we were here, what we were planning on doing, that we were going up there. We were going to be, poking around. We went to the city hall. We got land records. We got maps to know what their property lines were, what their house looked like. Like we have
they were big, nice. It was so beautiful what they gave us.
Yeah,
the printouts.
Huge,
they were
huge
so
photos of the area with maps and everything, so we could look and clear the notion that somebody climbed up on that property. I mean, without going up the driveway or having some mountain climbing equipment, you're not getting that kid. You're not getting the kid. Change the story. Find a different alibi. That one's not working. It doesn't make sense. But, it's just, I feel, I don't know these people. I don't like judging people without knowing them. I mean, my first impression of Cam and Allie when I first met them was that they were nice, But Jonathan point blank asked them if they knew Benny Keys. They said no. Yet at the end of this, they're walking up the driveway with him. They look like they're there being security.
Frauds.
For the Wells.
Frauds.
So I have a big problem with that. If you want to put your YouTube channel and your integrity in the Wells' hands, just desserts. Just desserts. Your followers will be non-followers pretty soon. They're going to see you don't know what the hell you're doing or talking about. Quit trying to look for a girl that was abducted. Start looking for a body. You were up on their property. You had an opportunity to poke around on their property. Invited. If you wanted to do work and help this case, you were right there. What the hell? All I can say is very disappointed, and then they could have done some real good work. I wish they would have had, they're talking about clearing these lands and working with all these people and this, that, and the other. That's great. Good. Why didn't you have a cadaver dog with you when you were going up there? You knew you were going up to their property. Why couldn't you bring a cadaver dog with you as a, saying that it was your dog? You couldn't leave it home. Why? You want to help the case. That's what it takes sometimes. That's what it takes sometimes. I can guarantee if I got that close to criminals, I'd be at least having a cadaver dog with me. Oh, this is my dog, Joe. I hope you don't mind. I brought him along with me. Just couldn't keep him at home. Oh, I see you got dogs. Do you mind if I let him run around? Can I take him off this leash? That's what it takes. That's the difference between us and them. That's the difference between us and them.
All right. Well, I wanted to say what a great live we had. I'm glad that you're home safely. Jonathan's home safely. Olivia got some rest. Yep. This woman over here hasn't been to sleep in 35 hours. So I'm a little bit of a cuckoo bird right now.
Yeah.
And you know how I get when I haven't slept.
Yeah.
Silly. Very silly. But anyway.
All right. Love you, Debbie. You go get some rest, love bug. And if you want to go live later, just give me a heads up. I'm happy to return the favor. And
later,
my head, I got to tell you, my head's splitting. I need a shower from work. I'm done working on the car. I realize it needs to go to a mechanic. I can't get that damn O2 sensor off. I'm praying that it's that. But now that I'm hearing that major tapping, I think I got a lifter issue from bringing it back. But it is what it is. We'll deal with it another day. I walk in faith. There's a reason for all this happening, so we'll figure it out.
Oh, they want you to finish the
finish the video? Oh, that's right, because we have a lot of people on here. All right, let's finish the video.
Out and doing stuff with
Who's that?
You came to get that ass whooped? Put one toe on the property, bro. Let me break your fucking face.
What if every time someone swiped their
Sorry,
credit
guys.
card,
I told you there's
you
going to
got
be
paid?
commercials. Next
No
time
matter
I'll have
where
Olivia
you
send
are.
it to me directly.
God damn, you're fatter in real life than I thought. Holy shit. You look like a spark.
She hasn't done nothing to him. Nothing to him. And people support
Why
that
your
kind of
hand shaking,
behavior
bro? You
toward a
scared?
woman.
You look
It's sick. And
Look
women
at you.
support that kind of behavior.
With the poor dogs.
Hey, bro, you're obstructing the road, man. This is against the law. You got to move the fuck around. Get that bear spray and that taser. Bring your
You can
fat
actually
ass
hear my
on here,
car
bitch.
tapping
I
in
wish
this
you would.
video.
You sure about that?
Bring your motherfucking ass on here too. One toe. One toe. Why your hand shaking like that, bro? Get a good look.
Said next time he saw JLR
See? You
face to
sue me?
face, he was going to
Why
beat
your hand
his
shaking? You are
ass.
shook. Look at your hand. I ain't got to worry about you.
Bye.
Are you gonna worry about me?
Nah, I'll break your face too.
Do it.
Step 1 foot out.
No. Come.
Yeah, no.
All right. I got a surprise for you.
Yeah. Chin,
I got
chin,
a fucking
chin,
surprise.
chin.
Yeah. You pussied out last night.
How'd
You pussied out last night. Come into my face.
Nobody's
Please.
armed.
Come to your face.
Come
I
right
got
up
I
to
got
me.
my hands in my pocket.
You just
with my
threatened
thing.
my
Does that look
life
like I
how
was
many
scared?
times?
I will beat the shit out of you.
All right. I want you to come
I
and beat
will
the shit
the
out of
chin
me.
off your face. You come
Beat
on
the
this
Look
shit
at our
out of
hands. None of our hands are shaking.
You come on this property, and I will fuck you up. You understand me?
I'm not on the
One
property.
fucking toe.
So
All right,
he's got.
all right, let's
he's
go.
so scared. He's got to
Cock
go.
You want a
bitch.
fucking crazy contest? You fucking got one.
Man, you are about it with a woman.
Huh? Oh, you blow horn, Betty?
Yep.
Sure am.
Yeah, that's that balding bitch, ain't it? Propecia. Oh, you Propecia.
What a pussy. Everybody saw.
Your husband,
Everyone, what a huge pussy you are.
And then you see Cam
Exactly.
and Allie
You're a
walking
pussy.
up that
You're a
with them.
pussy. And you want to know something? I'm going straight to the police.
Camel toe.
After watching this footage, doesn't it make you think, are these man's intentions in the right place? Was he really trying his hardest to find Summer? What is he doing to achieve justice for her?
I want to make sure that this video of this
Yes.
uneducable cretin is given to CPS to make sure that those boys are never returned to that house of horrors on that mountaintop ever again. The people that he has up there are a bunch of liars, thieves, drug addicts, felons. They're disgusting.
We were outside the Wells house with pictures of Summer trying to find her, and people on that property came down and screamed at us and threatened us just for trying to help to find Summer. It's mind-boggling. We are out there trying to find Summer, and people at that property are trying to thwart us and trying to scare us and intimidate us from finding Summer. Unbelievable.
We found out information that people didn't even want to tell the TBI or law enforcement.
We came out here to find a 5-year-old child, their missing 5-year-old child. They've chosen to hang around felons. And I think the reason why Don told us he was going to meet with us and chose not to meet with us is because he knows we know. He knows we know, and we are not ones that ask those soft questions. We ask hard-hitting questions because he's in complete denial that Candace and his mother-in-law have anything to do with the disappearance of his daughter.
4 social media sleuths, as they see themselves with big followings, have come to our region in hopes of uncovering some clues that investigators may have missed.
4 have a combined following of over 2 million people. They say they came here for answers for both themselves and their ample audience.
I mean, it's been 6 months.
6 months.
6 months. And I don't want this girl to be a cold case.
They're at like a stalemate here. It's been 6 months and they still don't have answers.
So they are here, 4 social media sleuths from around the country traveling here to Hawkins County to keep up awareness. Summer Wells is still missing.
Thanks, Olivia. It makes me look like I was telling you guys about yourselves in the room. I was talking about the thing, but it really does look like I'm telling her about herself.
Yeah. Yep, I probably got too much information up there. I just flashed to everybody. Oops. Can't
Thank
edit
you,
that. We're on live, so. But
That's
at any
what-
rate, you know, a lot of people don't understand. Like, we're out here doing the work while people are trying to thwart the work, and you know, it just makes the people that are supporting, like, you know, that crazed man from Texas, it makes you wonder why. And it kind of makes you a little sick to your stomach to think that people are supporting that kind of behavior.
Yes.
And the people that know people that are supporting him, you guys need to disassociate yourself with them. Just disassociate yourself. They're disgusting people. You can't, I mean, his behavior was an embarrassment. He should be highly embarrassed of himself. You got a 5-year-old child missing, and you're up there smoking pot with Candace Wells. I mean, we know that. We could smell it down the mountain.
Can hear
We
you
can
laughing.
hear them laughing down the mountain.
Partying.
Woo-hoo! Laughing. As soon as we pulled up, they're like, we can hear something. I heard that laugh. I'm like, oh shit, Benny's there.
Yeah.
That was Wednesday. not when this
That was Thursday.
This interaction with him picking up weapons and stuff like that happened the second day on Thursday. But the first day we were able to, you know, we were down. We didn't go. Everybody's trying to say, oh, you proved somebody can sneak on the property. You proved somebody can sneak on the property. We were down at the base of the property. Nobody even tried to go up. We didn't prove Jack. We got it all videotaped. We got it all videotaped. And like that crime mystery monster gal that's an idiot. You know, she doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. She's getting probably her info from these clowns. She's probably getting her info from these clowns. I don't know if Marissa meant to go off, but you know, she's off. So she wants to come back. I'll monitor it, but I'm thinking she probably needs some rest. She's good. I'm telling you guys, we did some hard work. I can't wait to give you guys a little taste of the interview on the phone that we had with Don. He was not, you know, he was not, he's not right. He's not right. There's something wrong with him. And we have to be thankful. The one thing that Summer did, and, you know, I always try to find the silver lining, as heartbreaking as it may be, is she saved her brothers. And it took her losing her life to save her brothers, but she saved her brothers. She should be hailed a hero. We should honor and respect Summer Wells. And, you know, we've got to figure out how to honor her. I agree. Don wants forgiveness. I agree. He wants forgiveness. He wants to repent for his sins. You can't wash the sins out of that house. When they move out, that house needs to be burnt to the ground. But Summer saved her brothers. They are thriving. They are doing well. And we definitely want to take a moment of silence for Summer Wells. I don't believe she is here with us. You know, it's sad to say. Every time I have to say that, I'm always proven that I'm correct and spot on with my assessment. I hope one day I'm proven wrong. I really do. I hope one day I'm proven wrong, because when I'm proven wrong, that's a blessing, right? When I say somebody's gone and not on this earth, and they come home and I have to eat crow, that's a good freaking day, if you ask me. That's a good freaking day. But I don't believe that's the case here. So, all right, guys, we're at the top of hour 3. So everybody, you guys have a wonderful, amazing day. God bless. Please stay tuned. It looks like I may be going on Molly Golightly's live later today or tomorrow. We will see. She's getting some things together. But those people that, you know, have things to say, I've got a past. Jonathan has a past. You know, we work very hard. Who gives a shit if we're doing the right thing? I've had a lot of people. I speak about my past. If you want to go through my channel and review some earlier work, if you want to see some of my earlier work, I mean, it's there long before I became Bullhorn Betty. I need to put a video up of an interview I did with my mother, you know, and I think that interview really says a lot about what happened to me, where I came from and how I got here. And, we're just going to keep going through the processes. We're going to keep moving forward. Nobody will ever discourage us. Nobody will ever intimidate us. Outside of being shot dead in my head and getting killed, I will keep moving forward and I will keep providing answers to people. And this is a dangerous business, folks. We do not sit behind here. We are not talking heads on YouTube behind a screen in the comfort of our own homes. We put ourselves in danger looking for answers and bringing those answers to you. You have to understand that. This is a much different experience than you will have with any other channel. And I hope you guys see it. Once I'm able to monetize, I hope you guys support it. And you guys have a wonderful and blessed day. God bless everyone.